Every time. Every time. Flash. I can't remember everything. It's a miracle I can remember anything, honestly. It's a miracle that I can remember anything. So here's what I do. Hey, you're live on your channel. Now live on your channel.
Ooh.
What? Okay. Why do they say...
Are you logged in?
No. Riddle me this. Now live on your channel. Like, if I get this notification on like a Tuesday, I'm going to be like, what is happening? I don't understand. I mean, I guess they just send it to everybody. But like, I can't, as far as I know, I can't subscribe to my own channel. There's no subscribe button for me because I am my own channel. So I don't know. Other things I don't know, we don't have enough time. But I still haven't decided if I'm sending the wheels, tires, and inserts with that. I mean, it works really good. Is that Mr. Blind Guy in the background? Yeah, he's over there.
And thank you to whomever sent me my new illegal knife.
Yeah, he says, in case you didn't hear him, he says thank you for his illegal knife. And 5 free, giving out 5. Drop in the first minute. Dropping that 5. Hola, what plastic Capra axles do you recommend doing a custom build? I don't. I've seen, in terms of plastic Capra axles, you have stock axial, and then I've seen there's one set that's like really cheap, like 50, 60 bucks for the set. They're okay. My recommendation, if you're going to go buy Capra axles, it's funny you should ask. These are the axles that are on Wolverine. They're $100, okay? $100 for the pair. And then you get double cardons. You get your double cardons, which when they have them in stock, about $15 on Amazon. And then you have to get the beef stubs. The first set of these I bought, they did not harden the axles at all. I bent all 4 axle stubs in 10 minutes. This will cost you about, these are AMK, I want to say these were $10. And then you're going to need a servo bracket. It doesn't come with one. That's going to cost about $10. So you got 10, 20, 35. You're looking, call it 150. And you've all seen Wolverine. They're effectively bulletproof. I wanted to just go ahead and order Mias. They're still doing the pre-order thing where you can't buy them. And I was like, I want it all and I want it now. So I went with Amazon again. And they're already proven. So, yes, Jonathan. The healthiest bag. And what will definitely be included is I'm going to remember to include a Wi-Fi linker and a pen so you can add more middle school desks to it. Hey, big good looking fella with 5. That's 10 more. Contributing, always contributing to the sawtooth. Maybe you have the winner send them back if they end up swapping them out. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Mr. C, have you seen my anti-squat question in the last video? It's okay. Yes. Okay. So, the amount of anti-squat that I put in this, for those who were absent when the video went up yesterday, we have a generally more link separation than I opt for. Now, also, though, because of the movement of the axle through the swing, if we draw the full line at full compression, because basically what you're looking at with the link separation is extend an invisible line out from that link and then extend a visible line out from that link to find where they meet, right? That is the, it's got a name. I want to say moment center. Is that right? Where they meet, that is the anti-squat point, right? So, look at that. 5 back to back. That's like 20. Thomas can see Frank mostly government. I've seen that name before. Reaper 73, Ed Raff, Dr. 6, I mean, Ed Scrivener is so, DSM Off-Road got hit again. They've been a member like 3 times now. So, now at full compression, that line will not be infinite. it's still going to be out here. It's going to be out here somewhere. Now, unless you subscribe to the idea that Antisquat doesn't work on rock crawlers, this link separation is here for a singular reason, which is the drive shaft is right there. So that's why this link separation is so high. There was no way around it. Other than I already have it as far over as it will go. There is also, at some point, a rock got pinched between the outrunner and the chassis and scribed a perfect line in the outrunner. So, these link positions, Hugo says DSM has been a member more times than me. Yeah, it really has. It is indeed raining memberships today. Yeah, and Ed has dodged 20 in 5 minutes. Planning on putting a heavy XJ hard body on a base camp kit. Thoughts on just using my Marlin RTR tires? Should I grab a set of Class 1 Tusks? I'm pretty sure a Class 2 tire would look huge. Class 2 tire would look pretty big. There's really no downside to putting a Tusk in there. And if that is the Endura XJ hardbody, that thing is heavy. It's not quite Scottsdale heavy, but it's pretty heavy. So a Tusk with a big healthy insert in there to keep that thing. I mean, a Tusk is going to make it better. Class 1 Tusks are good. That's about as good as you're going to do. So, and they're always available. It's the one Tusk that's never out of stock. Swampers RC finally made it. Thomas Moore with 5 more for the Sawtooth. I do surveys for Google to pay for my monthly membership. Hey, that's clever. Why is that transmission? Robert Simpson, that's the best question. There's no answer to it, but why is that transmission? The stupid Tulo. It was my intention to fit it, carved out you can see that wherever it's silver is where I cut chassis away. We uncrackenized the Kraken. Works pretty good. I think it works all right. That's 25. 25 in like 7 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. JP World loves him some rear link upper separation. This might be the most that I've done. Let's ask Mr. Penn. 40 millimeters. Well, but vertically, 35. 35 millimeters link separation is a lot. Did you get the snorkel thing? I haven't figured out how to install it yet because I could not find a picture of it. And the hose is really springy. It's also really long. I know it like goes on the front fender. I want to get it on there, but I still haven't. JP Wirt was kind enough to send in some rubber to make mud flaps. I still haven't made his mud flaps. It was about 5 hours to get the front axle on. I got the rear axle on a little quicker. But I didn't cut off the link mounts on the third member, and I still want to do that. Bruce is building a list of things that need to be done. Meanwhile, under the bench is accumulating the parts to build the wife's G-Wagon. So hopefully I'll get to build the G-Wagon during the upcoming week, but Jenny's isn't supposed to arrive until Monday. On Bruce, did you use a spacer on the drag link to get more clearance? Didn't have to. Didn't have to on the new axles. Okay. You're going to make me cover his divine sand-covered sandiness over here. All right, so while I go grab the man who's going to make the bench all dirty, we'll put the more middle school end facing out this way. All right, enjoy this on my way. Oh, I was supposed to leave. So, I think Camera 3 will probably be the guy for this. Okay, let's see what Camera 3 looks like. Perfect. Okay, so because there's so much caster angle on the F10s, instead of putting the link inside, you can't because the leafs are in the way. So instead of putting the link to the inside, I have the drag link. Where's that? We're bringing out the hand. I I have it going to the top of the knuckle and then a spacer and then the drag link in the lower position. And as such, we just clear the stuff. I mean, the drag link is way out in open air, but now I think you can see why I had to limit my steering throw to 65% in each direction, because it will shove them. Oh, and we can do this right here. Look at that. Do y'all see that? That was the old drag link fairly rapidly rubbing through the sidewall of that tire. So this is a much better setup. I have limited steering, which I would not be looking for on a crawler, but for Bruce, I have absolutely no problems limiting the steering. That is, by the way, that is a Vanquish titanium tie rod, because it was the only one I had that would fit the F10. And then we can spin the man around, and you can see my wacky rear end setup. There you go. So I couldn't wait for Power Hobby to deliver. Also, the wife rear-ended me. Where's the finger? The wife rear-ended me with Ruby and snapped my receiver off. So the shocks at the backward angle, I was going to drill new holes in the rails, but you get a little more travel. You get a little more travel because the shock's at an angle. Yeah, so there's my homebrew leaf adapters because
You're lazy and impatient.
because A, I'm lazy and impatient, and B, FMS is doing the thing where they just were like, we're not gonna use any parts off the shelf. We're just gonna make our own leafs. 140 millimeter spacing, different holes spacing in the leaf itself, different size holes. By the way, Amazon carbide bits that look like, if you ever lose your mind and you have to drill holes, wiki, carbide end mills. This goes through leaves. It makes this rewarding. It goes like, doing, doing. It just goes right through. So good. Drilling the 16 holes for the rear leafs was a lot easier than the technique of insanity I used to do the front. I thought we were waiting until after the giveaway to do gift memberships. Oh, does those wheels tucking behind the rear leaf shackle? I don't understand. Please restate the question. Does those wheels tucking behind the leaf shackle? Amazon package at the front door. So, I'm going to relocate his sound module. I'm going to redo his battery mounting location. I did do the mod from the internet where you do some little, these are the guys that hold the, that go on the back of the shifter in a Vanquish. So now his back door can't pop open. I'm going to remove the jump seats. Hugo, more separation is better sometimes. I have not found a hard and fast rule as to when you want more or less anti-squat angle. The geometry of a chassis isn't just the links. It is the actual geometry of the chassis. Where is the skid mounted in the chassis? How much angle is the skid at? How much link separation difference is there between the length of the front length and the length of the rear length? What is the shock angle? Everything plays in together. And I would like to claim that I know mostly what I'm doing, but a lot of times I feel like I'm just lucking into it. I do have I have a decent amount of experience to draw from, but a lot of time I feel like I'm just getting lucky. I will start to think that I'm doing okay if I get lucky a great number of times in a row. And we've had some pretty lucky ghost rides as of recent, but I'm always waiting for something to beat here. So trial and error, try more separation to try less and go from the one that works better. On the axle end, I find that more separation at the chassis is I use more often than I use more separation at the axle. Link risers at the axle I lose every once in a while because I do have an answer to that one. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to grab what's close. Okay. So on this guy, you have this. This is an F10. It has 2 hole mounting positions. I'll be able to get you a rough number here, measuring from the side. We have, I would say, let's say 27 millimeters of link separation at on the axle between the upper link and the lower link. The relationship in spacing between that mounting point and that mounting point is basically supposed to be a percentage of the height of your tire. So if you go to a taller tire, you want the links separated further apart. Like I'm running a link separator, a link riser on Misdirection because she runs those big old balloons, much taller than the stock tire. If you're running like a class 1 tire, odds are you're not going to need a link riser for the axle. It's not going to provide you any meaningful benefit because your link separation is sufficient. You actually you would want to go to the lower hole on the axle to move them closer together. Link separation at the chassis end, like on this guy, we're only looking at about, I would say 20 millimeters. You already got it? Okay, that's one. Yeah, okay. So unboxapalooza is happening today, guys. Send a picture of the snorkel on Discord. Awesome. Okay. So I got a beef tube XR wide AR44 and XR10 axle shafts, but the flat is too short on the shaft and it doesn't go far enough to put the C-hubs on. I'm trying to think. Well, you would have to just find another shaft. You'd have to find a shaft longer than the XR10. What about Zoidberg? Pangolin has 4-wheel steer, and I'm not fitting a link riser on there. Oh, 4-wheel steer is a whole different thing. 4-wheel steer is a whole different thing. Because on 4-wheel steer, you're basically trying to recreate the front end on the back end. Because you're steering with both. You want all I've learned so far, all I'm pretty certain about, relatively certain about, when it comes to 4-wheel steer, is you want minimal caster change on the rear axle. So, like, how's this guy? That would be pretty good. His axle has a pretty straight sweep up and down. Now, an easy way to get that sweep is very long links and having the upper link and the lower link almost the same length. Because then it will just swing. Yes, anti-squat is the opposite of doing a wheelie. That is correct. Because as torque is applied, it transfers force downward. That's the goal. But we have a lot of variables that we're fighting constantly. I don't want to get deep into the math of it. The shafts are long enough. The flat just needs to be longer. Oh yeah. You absolutely. Oh, can you just grind on it? 1,000%. Where were they? Where were those? I have taken these, the double cardons for offset Capra, and I just cut them down to fit any other axle. I've put these in AR45Ps. I just cut them down and fit them. You would think that they really harden these things, but if you've got a big enough sanding wheel, you can turn them into whatever you want. You will blunt your files, though, so I just use sanding discs to do it. Nothing wrong with an intuition approach. It's all I got. What about Oh, yeah, Ed and David can't dodge forever. That's true. So 525s on AR44s, you may want a riser. Yeah, potentially, yeah. I'm running a riser on Clank because he's running boggers, which are 5.4, and you could tell the difference. It was one of those things where, luckily, a link riser is very inexpensive. They're like $15, $20 depending on your axle, and you can put it on there and drive it and see if you feel a difference. Don't try to think that you feel a difference. Drive it for a pack or two and be like, it's not doing the thing before that it used to be doing. because with them too close together, you will get that tendency to pop the nose up. Because that bigger wheel, it's easier to pivot around the axle. So splitting the links further apart will help keep the front end down. Well, that's the goal, is to keep the front end down. Unboxing day, yes. Got there. No caster change. Four-wheel steer is quite confusing. Absolutely. Space out rear links and pinch the front seem to work best on my four-wheel steer. Those wouldn't work on straights, though. It depends. It depends. You can just change the ends. It's just a standard CVD cup. So you can just change the CVD cup to a straight axle. I mean, you got to piece it together. But as of this recording, we have very few double cardan options. For 10 Pro and AR45 straight, you've got the Upgrade RC ones. I bought like 4 sets of them at $40 a pop. For Portal stuff, we have nothing for Vanquish, basically. Except you can get the Upgrade RC to fit in an F10 straight. You have to use an AR44 knuckle, but they do indeed fit. Or no, I'm sorry, an AR45 knuckle, but they do indeed fit. Mr. C, did you get my email with pics of the BRX02 Land Rover? I sent it a couple days ago. I don't think so. Don't forget, geometry doesn't make a difference. That's absolutely right. I heard it on the internet, so it has to be true. There's river grass falling out of Bruce. Yeah, geometry doesn't make any difference. Okay, so this sounds like wheels. Hey! Trickery! Oh, can you show the Bruce shirt? I actually opened the thing. Hold on. Wait. And bam. Look at that. Who's that guy? Like, what are the odds, right? He needs a spare tire real bad. I don't want to buy another set of Trepidors. Though, I do have a Trepidor whose sidewall is riggedy wrecked. So maybe I can. Next time I see him on sale somewhere, I'm going to buy another. I've just talked myself into buying another pair of Trepidors. Boop. So we unbagged one bag to open another bag. Oh, that's not even sealed. Individually, these are these. Nothing to alert the authorities about. But my complement of 2.2 test wheels just keeps getting put onto vehicles, and then I don't get to use them to test things on. So, well, actually, this vehicle needs a set of 2.2s. Boom! There they are. We got it. Yeah, trigonometry is absolutely absurd. Trigonometry is nonsense. I hate the look of those wheels. Oh, man. What do we... Oh. A gift for you. Adds complications to the tire test protocol. Well, I'm on board then. Model number, no model. Wenling Chuanfeng Measuring Tools Incorporated Limited. What inserts are in that reddish car? I have no idea. I don't know where they came from. I know they've been here at least 2 years. Do you know what a mark of quality is? When they tell you that it's a precision instrument. Twice. And they spelled precision instrument correctly. So that's a step in the right direction. What we have here, and I remember this. I know this all too well. From my time as a tire man, working on the oval circuit, this is a durometer. So me skin is about like a 12.
Resistance of the rubber.
Oh, a little softer there. What if we flex it? Oh, yeah, look at that. Internal tension. Now, I can already tell you the problem with this, which is this is a Shore A durometer. So, let's take a tire and we'll go. Optimally, we would want to go in between the lugs, but we're going to have to go on a lug. So, we get about a low 20s. I'd say like a 22 off of there. Get about an 18 right there. You got to kind of take an average of about 10 readings. I would go all the way across the carcass of the tire and see. You could actually see where as it had gotten heated. It would be harder in some spots than others. And then you just kind of took an average. So then we'll take a canyon trail. And, yep, it's about a 22. It's about a 25. Okay, so that's exactly the same. What you need is the next step down in Shore meter, which is, I want to say, Shore C. I looked up how much it costs for a Shore C meter. Oh, nope, there we go. Little bit softer on the green. Yeah, a little bit softer on the green. So I think what it is because this goes to Shore 100. It's like I've got an inflator. I've got an air inflator, and the gauge on it goes to like 140 psi. I'm using it to fill the tires on my riding lawnmower, which are designed to run at 8 psi. So I'm using this much of a gauge that's this big, and we're going to be using this much of a gauge that's this big. Shore C meters, did I mention, are hundreds to thousands of dollars, because I want to say Shore 10 is like silicone rubber, and we're kind of in that. I mean, there might be a way, and we'll have to figure this out, that we can like put a tire, like stretch it like a buck, like a little piece. I can make something out of wood that we can put an unmounted tire over, like a little hump, and we can rest the tire over it so that when I press down on it, it has a hard backing, and we can see. Durometer maybe helps decide foam density. I mean, hey, we've got a meter now. Yeah, a cardboard box is 75. So there's that. Oh, how heavy are these foams? Yeah, I'd be most interested to see what the durometer reading on foam looks like, because foam is really porous. If you find the right spot on a piece of foam, you'll get a 0 because the little probe just goes into the hole. So, Shore C by the seashore? Indeed. I found a website yesterday called Johnny's Scale Off-Roading. On it is a tire database that has just about every RC crawling tire made, excluding Endura, with sizes, compounds, and other information. Huh. Finally made it. Sorry, who won the truck? Who won the truck? We started 25 minutes ago. Got my Rhino S20 1800A. Can't wait to compare it to the Holmes Revolver 540 SV1 1400 KV on 4S. Do you want to check the 150 plus tires on the spreadsheet to put the measures? No, I do not. I really do not. Yes, a tire buck. That was the idea, Mr. Oh, look. Okay, Mr. Mr. Woodworker, you better be careful. I will make things out of wood only when not prompted to do so. If it's like part of the job, I genuinely don't want to be involved. I don't know what this is. We're just going to unbox everything. You know what I should get rid of? The stuff I've already opened.
Transport it somewhere else?
Another envelope. It's kind of got a magnet on it. Oh. No, it's okay. Now we're going to get one out of Disney aluminum. No, I'd use wood or Disney aluminum. Disney aluminum. I hadn't thought about using the Disney aluminum. This is from the man in Tennessee. So I really don't know what's in here. Oh! Now I do. Hey! I know what those are for. I know what those are for. Amazon! We'll go in order of spectacularity. That's how we'll do it. If I can avoid... Yeah, this car on the bench has got 4 flat tires. And it doesn't even have a battery in it. Like, look at that. Look at that rear tire. That's what I'm talking about. Inserts so soft that I was like, what am I going to ever use these in? Which is part of what has me saying I'll send it with the tires. But then at the same time, you know, what if I don't? And I don't know if it's that I don't want to get rid of the inserts or if I don't want to get rid of the tires. I really like those Baja MTZs. So that's X2SS, which are really thin with the softest inserts I've ever found. That didn't really work in anything else. I don't know. I'm talking myself into it and out of it. Courtesy of your ally in the Express. Yeah, ordinarily, this much bag on a tire isn't going to work. It's going to ruin your forward drive. Oh, a light source? Well, this is camera 3, this is camera 2. So camera 2 is plenty bright. It's almost a little overwashed. It's really, camera 1 has about the right, you know what? Okay, why is my display not on? Okay, let's go to, I accidentally turned off autofocus. There we go. We'll go down. No, that's way too bright. How about right there? And oops. And that's a little washy, but we can go, then we can cut our frame rate. Is that too bright? Does that look a little, is that a little washed? That might be a little washed. Let's try 1/50th. This is pretty close. It's pretty close. It's a lot easier. Those tires do not need a firmer insert. They absolutely do not. In any other situation, they might. Hey, Rick RC. Ooh, I like this little guy. I've never seen that guy before. So, we were browsing the AliExpress. I want to say Sputtercrawler showed me a link to this on Instagram. So, you've got, what do these look like? 85s? You've got 85 chavs. They are clip. 85 clip chavs. You've got this part, which is, I think, the front bumper, something like that. No, that's a bumper. It's got the little, it's like the Nod 2, but it's not exactly like the Nod 2. You've got a BTA bracket. You've got a full set of links. And if you're asking yourself if this is skid forward, look at that link. That is, the lowers are 190s. 190s on there. Then you've got the little, oh, how many times have we seen the little black padded thing before? Then inside there, ooh, We've got the red carbon fiber spacers. We have a startlingly aggressive skid angle, and these guys like shock mounting holes even more than I do. It's a poised? I did not know. But here's the capper. We're closing in on the capper. Here are the slider mounts, which are really more like wings. So here are the wing mounts. You'll love that. You're gonna love this. Okay, does poised? Let me know. You'll have to let me know. Does poised do this with the bullet skid? Look at this. Okay, so that's the skid to hold the tiny gearbox. I gotta open these the rest of the way. I want to see the whole deal. Okay, so we wait for the direct clones. And I would they even down to the little red guy. It doesn't sound amazing, but oh wow, they even the hex straight up. So there's the rear hardware. Let's not lose the hardware, shall we? We're going to return it to the box from whence it came. And in the front, you can guess exactly what is in the front. There's your front. So, F10 portals. This was on our good friend, the Alice. Wow. Would you like some big angle on your tie rod ends? That is the big angle. 212, and then it was there was like a $30 coupon or something. So after tax and shipping, it was $195. All in. How do I not buy this for $195? I mean, if just to test it out to see how it does. $195. So especially when, we ordered this right around the same time that the what do they call it now? The VS410 Portal Builders Kit, when that was coming out. So yeah, we're super, and it's, people say that there aren't enough kits. There's a full kit. Would I rather see us do this exact same thing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see us do this exact same thing. This is a 2-hour build on this. Like, just put it together. Put it together and it's done. Can you have a link? I don't know. I don't know if I want to give you a link. Give me a reason. Why would I want to give you a link? It seems like you're asking a lot. I will see if I can. Let's see if it'll let me log into my AliExpress. Every time I go to log into AliExpress, it says, "I've never seen this man before in my life." It doesn't remember my email address. It doesn't remember anything. I've had to sign into AliExpress 5 times in the past 3 days. My orders. Oh, by the way, we ordered this on payday, March 21st. This came in 1 week because it showed up today. 7 days. Let's see if it's still there. It was $195.36. All in. Free shipping. Get link. Copy. Back to this. Right here. And paste. Hotkeys don't work in here. Paste. And there. Hopefully it shows up. If that doesn't show up, if you don't see a link from Crawler Canyon, let me know and I will send it to Hugo on Instagram. I will 100% enable your poor financial decisions. It is, technically, I mean, well, we don't know. We think it's a smart financial decision. I mean, you know,
the price of the builder's kit?
Yeah, it's half the price of it. It's not showing up. Okay. I gotta open. Oh wait, there's Instagram. I gotta scroll down to this guy, and then I go like this, and then I go like that, and paste, and then bam. Okay. The man in blue from faraway Spain will pop that in as soon as he sees it. Bosh. Hugo, not only am I still not a mod, I can't even log in. Yeah, but whoever... Okay, God, jeez. All right. Like, you guys are going to light me on fire. If somebody asks me to post a link, I post an affiliate link. If you're just posting links, do you see what I'm saying? I want my free money for not doing anything.
For giving you the idea to buy.
Because we use the free money to buy crap like that. Any idea what VRD stands for? No. I know VFD is very forward and down. I think VRD just sounds cool. Maybe there's a hidden Vanquish thing about it. If anyone misses it, it's his fault. He did post it 3 times. That is true. He did post it 3 times. Do I send it to somewhere else? No, here. Here is fine. I mean, I could post it in the Discord, but I have Discord closed. Discord will devour all resources on the streaming computer. This entire program is brought to you by a $399 Mac Mini. Like, it can't run OBS and Discord at the same time. It has tried. And then we drop all of the frames. So, holy Jesus, people biting the hand. I mean, I get it. It's just, here's how I look at it. It takes no effort, really, to use an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything. So I'm good with it. I don't push them. I just try to put them in the thing in the hopes that people are going to use them. And shout out to whoever bought that wheelchair lift, because somebody bought a wheelchair lift and used went through an affiliate link to Amazon. That was like the most money I ever made in Amazon. Like, it pushed me over the limit to make the like flat rate. So I got like $200 extra in my Amazon affiliate that month and blew it on servos. I bought like 5 servos. So that's what happens. All affiliate money, all super chats, all of the money, all of the income from memberships. It's where these come from. It's where this comes from. People sent in, the body was sent in, the inserts, I have genuinely no recollection. I do remember Benjamin Beeson sent in the secure combo, and I think I bought, he might have sent the servo, I might have bought the servo. Someone sent in axles after I had already bought axles, which is great, because then we just get to use them again. So this one is a real, and Mr. Beeson was, I haven't seen him in the chat today. He was kind enough that he had sent in the AM32, it didn't work. He reordered an Escape 70, which now works. So this thing, well, you saw it. It works absolutely flawlessly now. And I'm kind of talking myself into it. I am more and more leaning into just leaving the wheels and tires. And these are the Tranquish's old wheels with the scale hardware and the rings. There's the part of me that's like, I don't want to take them apart, you know? So basically, we'll slide out of March with all you need is a transmitter. No, I'm not taking that receiver out. All you need is a radio link transmitter. Oh, and an 850 3S battery. You need one of these little guys without Velcro all over it. That's what fits. 850, 3S 850. It is well, you could fit a little smaller, but I made the little area for a 3S850. Like, what am I getting? The inserts were here, sat here for 2 years. Like,
Tires have been here for longer.
No, the MTZs I bought fairly recently.
Oh, the rims.
Oh, the rims have been here. The rims are from it came from the workbench 3 or 4. So these rims have been here. Yeah, RTR for March after he adds a remote. The radios, I know it's a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but I mean, are we doing RTRs now? Jeez.
Hey, RTRs. Almost ready to
Tiny Lion got out of the house again. All right. I always have to look to make sure we don't dox whoever sent it.
Yeah, there's not on the label,
Okay.
but it's written on the box.
Somebody asked if it had shown up here how much are those little batteries? 850s. They're 850s. You can get they're good for usually about 25 minutes. I can tell you this because I used to run an 850 in Wolverine. I can't complete a tire test on an 850 because I have to carry 2 cameras. So I drive from station to station. So he can't make a full tire test on 850s. So he runs a 1300 now, and he's got the room for it, and I can manage to get through a full tire test. Unboxapalooza. Here's another thing that we're gonna test. And he wants this box back, so I gotta save the box. Well, both of the boxes, presumably. So this was the thing that somebody saw it, and they said, I'm gonna get that. Make sure the no docs tip. All right. So this is the utterly inexplicable. Am I remembering right? Is this the same guy with the Enduro 12? I can't. Like I say, I apologize. Somebody in the comments said I should write it down. Guy, we're not talking about 4 people here. I would be able to remember. It's like 400 people that I would have to try to remember everything from. I do apologize. It's the 10th scale pro power crawler shooter, but you see the size of the box, right? 10th scale, I think, is what we're working with. Since the review on the High Trail Sport Edition left the RC in a unique area, any input on a VXL brushless swap for it? You'd go really fast. So far as I know, VXL is only the 3500. Do they make a low KV VXL now? Oh, Robert Simpson, I wish. I hoped that it was the pink one, because pink axles. The pink one has lots of frame rate drops since it changed camera settings. Or my wife is in a meeting. She is at work right now, and it's work from home on every Friday. So sometimes she goes into meetings. Yeah, it's a power crawler shooter. It's not the pink one. The mark was on the box. It's the blue one. Yeah, the camera settings change wouldn't affect frame rate at all. I just kind of want to see it. I want to see it. Oh. Look at these. It says for the canyon. Look at these. I haven't seen the blue. Those are nice.
So you're sending that whole rig back in this box?
Yes.
And that box?
Yes.
Okay.
It's using one of the FMSs. This is the, not FMS. Fly Sky. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen the MG6 BS. I haven't seen that one yet. Lots of buble wrap. Are we bolted in? What's the secret? Magic. All right. The size seems borderline acceptable. Like, it's not I mean, it is. It's basically, it's an Enduro 12, right? It's like the size of an Enduro 12. But
So it is this size?
the Enduro 12 is terrible. God, is that a 419? That tire looks huge. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're right around. They're closer to C1s. Oh, we've got the old. We need brighter light. Two's got it. We've got the 15. We've got the 15 kg server. Has that got one of them servers in it? I think that thing's got a. I think that's got a server in it. Got one of them servers. What are we working with? Hingy, Clippy. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Oh, that's oh, nice. It's like a little. It's a little grabby guy back there. Little grabby guy. So we basically have a like a Fusion-esque thing. Looks like a Fusion. We've got a FMM that looks like it has. I'm back over here. We've got an FMM that looks like it has about half of a gearbox in it. And then we've got the other half of the gearbox back here. It's interesting. The shocks, there's 0 fluid drips down at the bottom. These shocks have their oil in them. We got a flat rail carbon chassis. We've got the bumper, which is just a wisp of chrome, a little wisp of chrome. I don't know. And you know what I just found when I was sorting the desk today? Look at that. The Deans to XT90. We're going to put that right here so I don't lose it. XT60. We got the Deans to 60 adapter, which doesn't fit. God, I hate T-plugs. There we go. All right. Boom. Actually, it's not bad. The axles are indeed full alloy. F10T-esque centered. Servo and axle. We've got some delicious little orange spacers to space everything out. They were thinking of some stuff. They thought of some stuff. Pinion angles are not catastrophic. They're not great. It is definitely closer. So, yeah, I would call this 10th scale, if we're sticking true to 10th scale. So call it true 10th scale, because this is definitely bigger, pretty much standard size rods. We've got aluminum links throughout. It doesn't look bad. The tires will probably be what holds it back the most, and I take that back. The thing that will hold it back the most is that when this thing was released, it was selling for like $340, and I was like, what? Check out that link riser in the rear. Oh, yeah. It's just a dangus. It's got a wingus just coming straight up. And it bolts on from the front with like 3, looks like M2 screws that bolt it to the front of the housing. I think the wheel and tire is going to be like, might be oversprung a bit. Yeah, the real 10th scale. I think the thing that might hold this back, if something is going to hold it back, it's going to be the stock rubber. I've got scramblers. I mean, obviously, no. We would just throw them. Oh, actually, those would probably look better with the body. Yeah, look at that. Nice. So this guy he'll get the rundown. We'll do the rundown. It's only worth $249. Yeah, if this was priced at the same point as a UTB 18, I would give it a soft pass. I don't know yet. I clearly have not driven it. I took it out of a box about, I don't know, what are we looking at, about 10 minutes ago? It is, I mean, apparently things work differently in different countries. We don't name a lot of things shooter, around here. When I think shooter, I only think of Shooter McGavin. It'll be interesting. We definitely have that departure angle. The bed barely comes to the back of the tire. RGT. Extreme Adventures. Yeah, this looks better than the Enduro 12 in every... Oh, look at this. A manual? What is this? The 90s actually giving us manuals? So we'll do the things. We'll do the things, and we'll do all of the things, and then I'll mail it off. They say 105 on the tire. 275 on the wheelbase. Yeah, you're gonna miss that. You're never gonna sink that putt, jackass. The price is wrong, Bob. I don't understand how he didn't order the pink one. Look at those pink axles. Look at those pink axles. And we be claiming FOC. There's HW, so that means that is a Mini 16. But it's 2200 kV instead of 3000. What? That could be better than the other Mini 16. Because my take is that the Mini 16 is fully intended to be run on 2S. That thing is, they might never come out and say it directly, but I believe the Mini 16 is explicitly for the UTV 18, which comes from the factory with a 2S little 650 hardcase battery. Does the pink axle come with a pink dingus? Man, I hope so. Jeez. I've got one of the D1RC titanium FJ40 frames due to arrive tomorrow. I'm very curious to see how titanium it is. It was way too cheap to be real. Yeah.
Other countries get titanium for cheap.
Yeah, Erwin, 180 for a UTV 18 is pretty solid. Wait. Do I have to turn it back on? Nope, still on. Because they made no meaningful improvement when they put four-wheel steer on the UTV 18. Yes, pink and purple, everything. Oh, wait until you guys see it. No spoilers, but I'm putting the parts together for the next build, which might not be done in time. I know we try to get things done on time. I said that the next giveaway was going to be for 3 million channel views, and this guy was eating a sack of shrimp, and I was eating tiny little fish tacos. They were really good. And he said, so when's your giveaway? And I said 3 million channel views. And he said, how far away are you? And I was like, I'm at like 2.8. So he goes, oh, like a couple months to go? And I was like, no, it's like 140,000 views or something. Based on 4,000 views a day, we're like 40 days out, something like that. So it'll be about 5 weeks. So then I opened up the channel and I went to the analytics and I looked at it and we were at like 2,966,000 or something. And I go, that's like 8 days. So we're like 8 days away. So it's probably going to hit it next Friday or thereabouts. I don't know if I have time to build the rig that I want to give away between this Friday and next Friday. I will try. But the wife is like, she said to me yesterday, so is my G-Wagon done? And I was like, lady, I haven't even gotten the parts in from from Jenny's yet. And those are the parts that I need. Where's Dave going? What am I missing?
Dave's not here, man.
Sorry, all in far too much pain with my hips. Have a great stream. I don't want hip pain. Hip pain sounds terrible. Are we 8 days away from the 3 million views? Maybe less. Has anyone found a paint that resembles brass? Krylon Fusion probably makes it. They have a bronze and a copper and a silver and a titanium. They have to have a brass. I don't know.
Pretty sure like antique brass they have.
I can't seem to figure out how to put music on Escape 32. Copy and paste a few different songs and I can't get it to work. I have it on one. I did it on Wolverines. And it was just the, it's things that musicians know. which is the A, B, F, G, E, and then the little pound symbols and the stuff to do sharps and flats. I don't understand any of it. I don't know, maybe you're at like a character limit. Try just pasting in like a little bit of it. Paste in like 10 characters worth and see if that works. Because mine worked right away. But I've only done it once because I kind of can't be bothered. Yeah, Games Workshop. Yeah, or the Vallejo. Or is Model Master still a thing? Tester's Model Master? There's a lot of metallic paints out there. Revell Aquacolor. Look up Revell Aquacolor. Now, anything you paint an axle, most of it's going to get scraped off. But the Revell Aquacolor is what I used to paint the rims on the Banana, and it laid down perfect because I couldn't find the correct rim in silver. So I had to buy black rims and paint them silver. And they came out fantastic. The paint has outlasted the tires. Krylon copper is close to brass. Yeah. I have a bunch of the Krylon metallics over there. Okay, let's cloud up the bench with more crap. All right. So, here's your sneaky peeky cheeky breaky. I've got to what am I going to do with all of these boxes after they're open? Like they were just stacked up in a big column over there. Hey, unintentional thumbs up. They were just stacked over there in a big column by the door. Mr. C, I got the RC four-wheel drive Toyota body. How hard would it be to build Zombie as a short wheelbase? It wouldn't be too hard. That chassis, you could do it pretty easily. Because that chassis has it's built for a really short skid. Yeah, lots of boxes today indeed because, wow. Okay, I'm trying to open this from the bottom. Oh, wait, no, the address label's on that side. Oh, never mind. We can open it from the top. The bottom is also glued shut. So, when I said unboxapalooza, I meant it. So, you will see this very soon. Very soon. Not only very soon, episodes out of order. Because episodes are already uploaded and a filming is going to overlap another filming. So we're going to do something in the vein of the tuning series. So much like the sport tuning series, but we're going to do it with this thing. Let me put this up right here. There you go. So, much like the tuning series that we did with the Sport, we're going to do it Sport High Trail style. This is, again, the man from Tennessee. What I mean by very soon is the first episode of the tuning series will probably be up after you see it in the first episode that it goes on the channel. Now, because there is an easy way to go about this. There's an easy way. No, not the brown one. It's an old F-150. As far as I and many people are concerned, it has to be the blue one. It has to be the blue one. That's correct. Look at, oh, wow. Hold on. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen these wheels before. I've never seen the satin. I've only ever seen the regular sport wheels. Oh, because this isn't a sport high trail. This is the high trail. This has got the lockers and clipless. I'm assuming. Yeah. So I don't have to unbag the body. We can save that for later. Oof. Traxxas, what are we doing? Oh my goodness. That is startlingly heavy, how heavy that body is. So, what is that which we typically do? Oh, Traxxas, no. So I've tested a sport high trail. We did the sport high trail one, and I was like, this is not a rock crawler. This is a mash around in the yard and scare the dog. So we're going to tune series this one, and what we're not going to do is we're not going to do the easy thing, which is basically just lower it all down and de-high trail it. So the goal, kind of decided on between me and the man from Tennessee, is make this crawl as a high trail. That's pro scale high trail? I don't know how. TRX4 Ford F-150 XLT F-150 Ranger High Trail Edition. It's a shame. It's a shame. These look really good. I'm not. Do they thread on, or they just press fit? I can't grab them. I'm not gonna bother with these. We're gonna do the usual things. Okay, we're gonna do the usual things, which is this will go out there and run. Just I want to weigh this. I want to weigh this. I want to weigh the body. I have to know. We're gonna run it as it is. I am dehydrating it because I didn't want it to be solid brass. Yeah, I get. Well, that was the sneaky peeky. We're gonna try. We'll deal with some rotating mass, but I have like 3 or 4 sets of 2-2 Canyon trails that are already cut and siped and everything. So they just need, what was the cheat code that we found for 2-2 Canyon trails? Just put some Injoras in them. I said cheat codes. I should have to run a lap. So we're going to try to keep, much like we did with Sandy, try to keep as much of the high trail DNA in it as possible, and make it crawlable, make it drivable. So it's going to go out and mush around in the, so I won't even be able to do an unbox. I'm going to have to film the unbox first episode tomorrow. Me and the wife trail on Sundays. It's her free day where she's not doing anything. So the last couple of Wheelin' Wednesdays have been filmed on Sundays. Most Wheelin' Wednesdays are filmed on Sundays because that's when my wife is available. And then we'll see what need be done with minimal expenditure to try to get this to go. Tried the blues, way too soft. In this size, the blues and the greens are letter identical. They are exactly the same. They are not different in stiffness in any way that I could determine. Okay. But I run Wolverine's everyday tire. What he runs when he's not testing tires is cut Canyon trails on Injora silicones, and they work great. And he weighs 3 kilos, so 6.6 pounds. I think this should be absolutely fine on the blues. If it's not, I have a whole unopened bag of backer rod, and I can cut up the rods and make tuning rods for them. So we're gonna get it to work. We're gonna get it to work inexpensively. I don't know why I thought that this was just like a sport. Like, here's the deal. What I might end up doing is just taking the high trail springs off and putting regular springs on it. I mean, this thing is all the way up. It's as high as it goes. I would want this sitting there. Like, think of how much better that's going to handle if it's there versus there. It is all the way. It has no... I would go as far as to say that the rear has 5 millimeters of compression when you set it down. And the front has 7 or 8. I mean, the motor's right there.
Well, what about the 2-pound body?
Oh, the 2-pound bodies should set it down pretty evenly. Well, we don't know if it's 2 pounds yet. Let's see. Pardon me, guy. Nope, more over. Oh, it's 1.25 pounds. That's all. That's all. High trail body at Wait. Nope. 580 grams. Servo mount with the dropped panhard won't let you. No, I can run it. I can run it almost basically Lynx level. We can't go up farther than that on the high trails. I do see why people put 90s on this. I do. I genuinely do. Now, the only difference is, oh, it bolts on. It bolts on. Okay. Coincidentally, I may have ordered a 6-pack of GTS from Jenny's. Yeah, 580 gram non-hard body. If it's not touching the sky, it's not hard trail. High trail, that's true. How do you math the underdrive in a Stealth X? I come up with about 27% if you use 2456. That sounds about right. I think they claim that's 25% because 2555 is 18%. I do the math by you get the ratio of the front and then you get the ratio of the rear and you divide the ratio of the front by the ratio of the rear. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, it does have all this stuff in it. It does seem heavier than it should be. The Lexan is stout. And, I mean, guys, would it be that hard to make the windows clear?
Yes.
Apparently so.
I
like how the protector sheet still has the holes from when they still had body clips. There's still the body clip holes in the protector sheet. I mean, it is good looking. You got to give them that. We'll see. We'll see. It's probably not going to climb up rocks super great, mostly because the weight balance is out the window. So might end up because, like at full compression, we barely get to the wheel well. It is set up really well. They do, God, say what you will about Traxxas. They really do know what they're doing, don't they? I mean, you would think this would be just a catastrophe, but it's just not. It's gonna be pretty good right out of the box. And it should have, yeah, it's got a 2-speed. It's got a 2-speed, so it's gonna have the 45 tooth, which means it's gonna go real slow. You're not the first person to say that about Traxxas windows. No, I'm definitely not. No, people have been beefing about the Traxxas windows for some time. I'm looking forward to that more now, I think. I just assumed that it was just a Sport with a different body on it. So I was like, do I have a spur to change? Do I have different pinions for it? But it's the full deal. It's the full boat. I didn't even know. I don't know what I'm getting half the time. I can't get it back in the box. Once it's out of the box, it does not want to be contained. If you don't like the sounds of squeaking styrofoam, run out of the room now. It's too late. It's too late. I already did it. I kind of feel it. I kind of like the brown one. I mean, I like the blue one, but I kind of like the brown one. Softer springs plus preload. Yeah, Jason, 100%. I think even for the weight of that body, it's oversprung. Like, it's oversprung. Because I think Traxxas is assuming people are just going to jump it. Yeah, Pro Raptor turned it into a mud truck. The 2.8, I think it's 2.8. The monster truck size Fling Kings. It's the longest wheelbase in a TRX4. Hey, I did not know that. If you look, yeah, the radio came out of the other end. I would have known. I would have known immediately, but the radio was in the other end of the box. Total as arrived weight, heavy. I would say Phoenix weight, just under 7 pounds. Can you run two RC4GS V3 radios at the same time? Yeah, absolutely. You can run as many as you want. Remember, you guys remember Crawlympics? Do you remember Crawlympics? On days when on a normal day, all 4 rigs are all powered up and ready to run all at the same time. And I would just drive one and park it and pick up the next radio and drive the other one. And we did a couple days where we did double days, where we ran 8 rigs, or there would be days where guys were getting a bonus run or whatever. So we would do 4 or 6 or 8, and all the radios would be turned on at the same time. Yeah, you absolutely can. They all have their own, somebody give me an RC4. So even if you don't have IC/DC'd on, it is my knowledge, it is, so far as I know, every radio has its own ID. Like, it's only talking to its receiver.
Nope.
Now, that radio, no. This radio will only talk to the receiver that's paired to it. Now, if you pair multiple receivers to this radio and don't turn IDC'd on, this radio will talk to all of the receivers simultaneously.
Well, now what happened at the Pro Line by the fire?
Oh, there is a finite number of ID seeds. Yes. Yes. There is not an infinite number of codes.
Okay.
What was that, Jenny? TRX6. Not the hauler. The Benz 6x6. 6 shocks for $50. How do you not buy that? Can you run spacers on TRX4 portals? Yeah, you can run. Yeah, I mean, like, I have routinely run. I've run spacers like this on TRX4 axles. Not this exact one. Well, you could run this exact one. I don't know if you can see down the barrel. It tapers down on the inside. You just drill it out with a 5mm bit, so it'll fit down. TRX4 stub axles are fat. You might not. What did I drop? You might not find. I think I knocked a rear view mirror off of something. This was just on the ground. Was there a bonus rear view mirror in with the TRX4? How is there another mirror? Or the other one. We'll just put that right over here so I don't forget. Somebody's missing a mirror. Yeah, I would definitely call it a mild encryption. I bought my wife one, as I want one now also. Yeah. If you've been around, like, okay, here is what I can do without moving. Yeah, I'd have to walk if I wanted to get more. That's a Bronco mirror. Bronco mirror? Okay, if that is a Bronco mirror, then Traxxas dropped an extra mirror in the box accidentally. See. What Mr. Simpson just posted there is way too much math. That's way too much math. That borders on the unacceptable. That's not okay. 100 times FR minus RR divided by FR plus RR divided by 2. Gibberish. Now, some of these don't have stickers on them, so I can't remember what goes to what. No, that's baseline. We know that one. It's polished, and all the antenna and everything's broken off. Yeah, all told in the building, I think there's just over 50 radio links. Can we get the STL for that knob, please? He's in the chat. I saw him in the chat earlier, the guy that designed it. You got to ask him, because I don't have the STL for that. Oh, you bought one because of me. Good. I mean, I would not recommend the Radiolink RC4. Jesse Yang from Radiolink said, wow, that's a lot of radios. And they work for Radiolink. So I took that. That's a badge of honor. I made the person that works from Radiolink, the RC4, RC6 rep, say, wow, That's a lot of radio links. The hentai Bible in the chat. That's who said it. Did you get the tiny keys? I did. They are sitting here with the pile of stuff that needs to go on Bruce. Look at this. So to move his sound module, I need to take Bruce's roof off. And when I take Rufus's off, he's gonna have keys in his dash. I also have a hamburger, which was sent in by a gentleman. I don't have a proper dashboard, but he's getting a burger in there. I don't know where I'm going to incorporate this hamburger, but he's getting a burger in there. And keys, and a snorkel, and the aforementioned mud flaps, and I have to hook up the winch. Look, Bruce has his own whiteboard of stuff that needs done. My only goal yesterday was to get his rear axle on so that I could take him out with the wife on Sunday. Where do I get those different stereo covers for the RC6s? I can't hand drive with the factory smooth tire. Oh, you don't. You don't. Irwin might have an STL for it, for the scallop. Show me a scallop. Okay. No. He asked. The blind guy said, did someone make you one of these? Dear God, no. This is the Kimbrough KIM 134, which is discontinued for a reason that is inexplicable. They made them for probably 20 plus years, and it's rubber. It just slides on. You can't buy them anymore. I need about 30 of them. So if anybody's got a line on about 30 KIM 134s or the ability to print them, let me know, because so many radios look like this now, because I bought from Corrupt Carbon Works. I bought 5 of these from Corrupt Carbon Works about a year and a half ago, and it was the last time I ever saw a KIM 134 anywhere on the internet. And I have gotten used to them. I've made a couple for myself out of wood, etc. Yes, as rare as hen's teeth. You cannot find them anymore. And there is a possibility that Kimbrough is no longer going to be in the business of making the stuff that we've been buying since like the 1980s, which is a damn shame, because they make the best. They make the best stuff. I sent you the STL for something very similar that you can print. Yeah, there it is. You just said it. You just said it right there.
Send it to it.
You just said it. That I can print. I have a whole bunch of 3D stuff that probably needs printed. I need a 3D print guy. I need a 3D print guy to come to my house because I am old and infirm and I can't go places. I need somebody to come here and 3D print me things. There's 2 3D printers over there. One runs off a USB stick. The other one uses SD cards. We have no shortage of SD cards. Just let me know. I can't do it. I made aluminum leaf mounts, custom aluminum leaf mounts for Bruce yesterday in about 2.5 hours. It would take me 2.5 hours to make the file to 3D print, and I would still not know what I was doing at all in the slicer. What are these settings correct? Am I doing enough infill? Am I doing the right kind of infill? I have no idea. It is really approaching, operation of a 3D printer is really approaching the level of Edge TX, and I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I'm too old to learn something new. Put the burger in a scale styrofoam takeout box on the passenger's lap. Oh. Is there a compatible replacement wheel, or is it just standard square hangs with a screw holding it on? The wheel is... Look, here's something I can do. Here's something I can use my hands for. They use... So, if you're out shopping for a wheel, Radiolink uses the same mounting as Futaba. So, if you get... Yes. Hugo, yes. So this is the same as a Futaba. So any knob that fits a Futaba should fit onto a Radiolink. You can also get yourself some very inexpensive sedan wheels. And then usually the foam will be a little bit too big, so the foam is adhered by nothing. You can use thick electrical tape, you can use some kind of tape, and you can size the wheel up so that you can slip a sedan wheel over it. And then it's like, it's a little bigger, it's a little nicer to grip on. We had done that many times in the past. Also, if somebody was going to 3D print something other than the scalloped wheel, just 3D print this on the back and a 12 millimeter hex on the front. Then you could just slap a sedan wheel on there and or whatever wheel, just whatever wheel you want to use. But yeah, I would say that there was a time that I would apologize for too old to learn is wrong. Sorry. No, Green Warrior, you're wrong. Take that. You tell me I'm wrong, I will parry that blow directly back. No, you're wrong. I'm not too old to learn because of biomechanics. I'm too old to learn because I don't want to. And the unofficial motto of the place you are today is, you got to be in the mood to do shit. And sometimes you're not in the mood to do it. The 3D printer, you can do it all correctly. You can design the part if you're into that. You can get your file. You can do all of the things, right? You can print it, and the printer will fail mid-print and ruin the thing that you spent all the time on. It's not fair. It is cake. It's cake is what it is. Brennan Lee Mulligan has a great argument about why cake is superior to pie. And this will offend the pie people. And his argument is that the worst pie you've ever had, unless somebody pooped in it, was probably still a decent pie. It was edible. The worst pie you've ever had and the best pie you've ever had are not that far apart. You've never had a pie and went, that was the most spectacular pie I've ever had in my life. But cake, on the other hand, you can have a truly horrific cake. People can make a cake so bad as to render it inedible. Like, you won't eat that cake. You go, that is terrible. You can also have a cake. When I was getting into cycling, one of my nephews was dating a girl that they called T2 because her name was the same as my wife's name, so they called her T2. T2, as a hobby, baked cakes, right? She was an amateur. She was like an amateur baker, right? So I made her I went woodworking, and I made a rack for her to like hang jewelry on. Every lady has to have a rack to hang jewelry on, apparently. She thought it was the greatest thing she had ever seen. I'm a woodworker. I made it in an hour. She says, what do you want? I said, a chocolate cake would be amazing. She baked me the best cake in the world. I still think about it. It's been like 10 years. I still think about that cake. Every pie I've ever eaten in my entire life, I've never thought about it twice. I still think about that cake. I will never find a cake as good as that cake ever again. I peaked. For, I want to say, my 40th birthday, we went down to the Cheesecake Factory, as white people are apt to do, and they had a limited edition Godiva chocolate cheesecake. I bought an entire Godiva chocolate cheesecake. It was $55. Now, that cheesecake was this big around. It was pre-cut into slices that a person could fairly call slivers. They were in between my fingers. They were that wide. At the back of that, it was maybe 1 inch wide, right? That was all you could eat. That thing would wreck you. That was the best cheesecake I've ever had. I know cheesecake could technically be classified as a pie because it has a crust, but it's called cheesecake and not cheese pie. Therefore, we in the cake camp, we take cheesecake. Pie people, stick with your stupid ass pies. You know why pies are inferior to cake? I'll tell you why. Most of them are filled with fruit. Dumb. Some of them are filled with nuts. Even more dumb, because I can't eat nuts. Also, a pecan pie, pecan is apparently one of the worst things that you can possibly eat. Like the amount of like saturated fat in it. Like you'd be better off just eating a handful of just straighted melted tallow, or just eating a big fistful of lard. But people do love their pecan pie. Pecan pie. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
One.
Did anyone get their voodoo wizard? No. I can't tell if this is a cake or pie rant. This is a cake or pie rant.
Cake for life.
Did you get yourself some KFC? No, I keep forgetting about it. KFC has a bucket now that has chicken fingers, these like deep fried mashed potato balls. I want to eat it. I want to eat it real bad because it's chunky stuff. Black Forest Gâteau is the most dangerous dessert. Cannot stop until it's all gone. Costco gets a tiramisu, a big bar tiramisu about once a year. I could eat enough to make me throw up in one sitting. Like I would just keep eating it. If I didn't force limit myself, I would eat it until I became physically ill. It's so good. That's why I like pie more. There's an apple cinnamon cake that had pieces of apple in it. It's infuriating because I don't think I'll ever have a cake as good. There it is. There it is. Cake. 3D printing is cake. You can have an utterly terrible experience and you can have a transcendent experience. I'm not willing to endure the cake of 3D printing or EdgeTX. I'm sure EdgeTX unlocks a whole new realm for a whole new world. I'm not going to do it. One of my most embarrassing moments in my life, Cheesecake Factory, was my daughter dropped a full glass of water on the floor, and then the whole restaurant goes silent. Yeah. Okay, I want to make this into a sticker. Casual Crawler said pecan pie, and spelled it as two words, P-E-E, can, is just sugary slop in a tart.
Yes.
Okay, Evan Jordan is also correct. I do love a pot pie. I do love a pot pie. We have a local supermarket chain called Stater Brothers, and they make a pot pie. It costs like $6. It's about that big. It's a decent-sized pot pie, like an 8-inch pot pie. They basically just shred about half of a rotisserie chicken, take a bunch of vegetables, and cram it inside this crust.
Pie plate.
And I would eat, yeah, it doesn't even have a bottom crust. It only has crust on the top. I would eat 2 of them.
They are delicious.
They are delicious. The Stater Brothers pot pie is the best pie. I'll go on record and say it. The only pie which I will actively eat is French silk. And let's be honest, that's not a pie. It's graham cracker crust and chocolate mousse in the shape of a pie. Who's not going to like that? Chocolate mousse and graham cracker crust with some whipped cream on top. In terms of pie, I can take it or leave it, meaning I can leave it.
Here comes the boom.
This is a whole new live experience today. Yeah, see, MKRC Builds is enjoying the cake of 3D printing. I've only had the bad cake of 3D printing. I spent a full week of my life printing that bomb head, and I think it gave me PTSD. I've run that printer like 5 times, and I will say, after I cleaned it out, it has printed pretty flawlessly since then. I printed out a handful of the little rear decks for optics to hold the power switch for a fusion, and they came out perfectly. But I still like this. Chicken pot pie, 3 of my favorite things. Ha! Ah, that's real good. I've been here since 11:56 and don't even remember how we got on the pie rant. I made a weird analogy between 3D printing and cake. A pie-eating people can never be conquered. I believe that. I believe that.
They'll settle for anything.
Now I have the urge to eat cake. I have the giant tuxedo cake from Costco in the fridge right now. But today is not tuxedo cake day. Today is coffee drink, which is just a milkshake with caffeine in it. If anyone starts talking about sausage pies, I'm out of here. That is so not a thing in America. Like you go to Greg's in England, right? We don't have that. We don't do that here. We do things like corn dogs. I'd like to think that corn dogs are like exclusively American. If you give me the dimensions, I'll make some jerry cans for Bruce. Okay, all right, hold on.
Make
Like-
it 1/8 scale.
Okay. We need the group. Where would they go? I know no, these are steps. Okay. I'm not opposed to removing those, but then if there's a jerry can there, we can't open the door. I want jerry cans. Where do I put them?
On the roof.
Oh, can you see Bruce in Bruce? Look, there's a ghost in the back window. It's Bruce on Bruce. Look at that. Oh, listen, everybody's grandma makes the best apple pie. That's the rules. That's the rule. And also, you notice, so rear on the door, so up on the door. Oh, my order shipped. My RC plate shop. I'm going to have my custom plates so I can get rid of this very generic California plate on there. Oh, the wife and I also did agree. I need to dig through the sticker bin and find a smaller Team Associated sticker because really, it's all you see. Like, all you see is Team Ass. It's really all that shows up on the back door. See, on the rear door, I could see that. I think I closed the doors wrong. I did. Oh, I'm also taking his jump seats out. Executive decision. On the roof rack? I want everything. He's still toting the extra batteries. So I'm going to pull the jump seat. It said that these fold. There are screws from the bottom. So if you want to fold these up, you have to take the screws out. Oh, listen, organized chaos. Listen, I want you to listen to my words. Listen to my words as they come out of my mouth. I moved my head closer to the camera, even though the microphone's up here, so that didn't work. Do you know? I want you to know, you don't know. You have no idea how high my level of temptation is to order a damn Traxxas boat and put it on a trailer and tow that thing down to that lake and just powerboat around that lake. Man. But, oh, hey, maybe I'll stop myself. Okay, I already spent all the March money. You know that. I got paid 7 days ago. You know I'm broke. The question is, I'm just going to go, I can go to Aiming. I can go look it up on Aiming. Let's see how much a boat costs. Boats. I don't want to shop all boats. Oh, sailboats? You get out of here with that. If a boat doesn't have an engine, we're gonna go full grease man on this. So a Traxxas Spartan 6S is $450. That's less than I thought. That's
a rig.
I thought it was that's a rig. Ooh. But the Traxxas Disruptor 4S is $350.
Does it come with a trailer?
No, then you got to buy a trailer. What? Oh, a ProBoat Impulse 32. That's a little too big. Also, it says it comes with a radio that has smart, which means it has spectrum in it. And I don't want that. Ooh, then there's an even smaller one. The Traxxas Blast 24-inch is only $150.
A 2-foot boat?
ProBoat Blackjack, $700. Ooh, they have those tiny little, those ProBoat jet boats. Oh, that's a model. I don't want a model boat. Okay, y'all know me. You know me, man. You've been here before. I don't want RTRs. I do want an RTR boat. I don't want to build a boat. What is that jet boat I see everywhere? Yeah, that pro boat. That looks pretty cool. Yes, Traxxas does... See, that was the thing that I saw first, was the Traxxas boat trailer. I would remake this whole part of here to put a proper receiver on it that is actually like bolted more to the frame to tow a boat. But, oh, look. Blast is too small for that scale. Yeah, they're pretty small. I think the 4S Traxxas boat would be about the right size.
What, the 2-foot one?
No. I want to say that boat is that the 28-inch boat? And I have 4S lipos. 26-inch hull. Yeah, that's a good size. That's a good size.
Scale.
I don't know. Do they have a scale on boats? Is there a scale to a boat? I don't know. Single 4S pushes the boat to 40 plus miles an hour. Yeah. Yeah, that is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, added to our catalog February 12th. I think that's the one with the trailer, isn't it? Is that the one with the trailer? The Disruptor?
It comes with the trailer, sold.
I mean, is there a combo? Hey, A-Main, where's my Disruptor plus trailer combo? Making a boat ain't that hard. Making a good boat is a different story. That's why I would just get a Traxxas boat. I figure Traxxas has got boat figured out. What's the skills between the boat? Bruce, you're right there. I don't understand it. Traxxas has 50% off trailers if you buy a boat right now. Dang it! Don't you do this to me.
How much are trailers?
Don't you do this to me. Don't you make me spend $500. Don't make you... Look. You know I'm Googling Traxxas boat trailer right now. Don't make me spend... I just started paying down my Traxxas, my PayPal buyer credit. Okay. A Traxxas boat trailer is $150.
And you get 50% off on A-Main, don't you?
I think it might be through Traxxas. Okay, Traxxas Disruptor boat trailer is $149.95 on Amazon. So I need to find it on Traxxas. Boat and trailer combo spring sale. Dang it! Damn it! Okay, hold on.
Do they take PayPal?
That's what I got to find out.
If not, you can use a card.
Tandem axle trailer, $149. Disruptor, $350. Buy a Disruptor and get 50% off the Disruptor trailer. Damn it.
So that's $425?
It's $425. Damn it.
I will order it later.
Look, you say that I'm a bad influence? Yeah, don't you? You don't want to do fiberglass and make electronics water safe? No. No, I do not. Really? Mr. Truitt says that Traxxas did boats first. They actually did boats first. Yeah, $425 for a boat and a trailer.
That's not bad at all.
That's Bruce's axles and gearbox alone. So I can swing that. Honey, they made me buy it. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And I ordered the G500 when I could not. It was not on Traxxas's site. I looked for it. I ordered it directly from Traxxas via their Amazon storefront, and it showed up in 3 days. Oh, I don't have to worry about the water disappearing. If you saw Wednesday, they're letting tons of water down from the dam. The water in that is almost as high as I've ever seen it. Now, the other settling ponds do get lower. Somebody said, PayPal this man some money and help buy it now and not later. Does she get a jet ski and trailer to go with her car? Oh, truck guy, it's on sale. You have to buy it, saving money. Truck guy, you are embodying the spirit of my dearly departed Italian grandmother, the most Italian woman you never met. Catherine Pellegrino. One of her famous mottos in life was, look how much money I saved by buying this thing. And we loved the sweet, delicious irony of that statement. But she was right. You bought it on sale. Look at the money I saved by buying this thing. Look at the money I'll save by buying that boat. I already have 3 4S batteries. I'm ready to go. And then I'll just program it to Bruce's radio. ID seed. I had been, that is just girl math. That is just girl math. Check secondhand boats. I bet folks get bored with them. I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to go on Facebook Marketplace and look up Traxxas boat.
And regardless, we got to pay $150 for a trailer.
Yeah.
Get the trailer.
I mean, what are the odds of somebody selling a boat and a trailer? I love that we're in a live stream right now and I'm browsing Facebook Marketplace. Oh, I got a screen share with you guys. Okay. Keep this image in your head, okay? Keep this image in your head and then tell me how close. I'm going to show you something. Tell me how close this is. Look at that first thing selling for the KMC tanks. Yeah, sure, different in number of spokes. Back to camera one. Look at the IFRs. And then back to the split screen. Somebody out there wants $5 for a vintage Coors Banquet beer can. This world is crazy. This is a crazy world. We're living in crazy world.
It's like people collect those.
Yeah, Henry has got it right. He can't afford to not buy a Rustler Ultimate right now. Absolutely. My wife said that a few days ago. She had to spend $20 to get $10 in store credit. Nobody does it better than the Hot Topic. Hot Cash? Oh my God. I had teenage children for a while. I've been to a Hot Topic. They will trick you into spending like $200. You went there to do nothing but to max out your coupons. Now you've spent $200. Oh, by the way, if you pick out one more t-shirt, you can get the other t-shirt for half off. And you're like, yeah, but now I'm buying 2 t-shirts. As much as we try not to be victims of it, we're all susceptible to it. You should fab the trailer no to RTR trailers. 100% yes to RTR trailers. Ooh, Robert Simpson says, wait, my father-in-law bought one and is no longer using it. Let me check on it. I'll message you on the Discord. 100%. Sent you a boat trailer combo photo on Discord. Oh, man. Do you realize how many devices I'm on right now? Here I am opening Discord on my phone. Oh, there is the snorkel. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's that little jet boat. That's a pretty good looking 3D printed trailer that I have no interest in making myself. But I see what you did there. You're not going to get me. I won't fall for your trap. What about A-Main? I need more to add to my cart to use that coupon for $5 off. A-Main has me so trained. I will not spend less than $100 on A-Main. Period. It's $100 and up, and I will put stuff in my cart and just wait until I can build it to $100. And the thing is, if you buy an RTR trailer, you won't be happy with the geometry. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I gotta give you that one.
Are the trailers on
fair?
Reefs?
Fair game. Check the durometer of your phone case. Oh. Yeah, phone is hard. Phone is glass underneath. Geez, you would think not as hard, but holy cow. I guess it's a harder, I don't have the really squishy silicone. It's like 92. That's up there. So we're getting a boat or we're not getting a boat? Oh,
you're good.
No, we're getting a boat. We're getting a boat.
This is ordering it later on today.
Yeah. You need to modify the boat and make it look age appropriate. 100%. 100%. Oh, I opened up Facebook Marketplace and never searched for. Search Marketplace Traxxas boat. Oh, I should just be screen sharing this. Okay.
Come with me on my search.
Come with me while I search for Traxxas boat. Oh, yeah. Okay, see, here's the thing. That's a decent price on the M41s. That one that's selling for $180. There's a Spartan with a trailer for $350. That's pretty good. Okay, so boats are suffering from, and look, another UDR. I was talking about Facebook Marketplace a little while back, and somebody was like, UDRs never go on sale around here. Dude, look at the UDRs and Baja Rays. Traxxas.
Under a search for boats.
People are selling those M41s for $400 all day. There's just tons of those. And honestly, I don't know how interested I am in a 6S boat. There's a Pro Boat Recoil. That's a pretty good looking boat. Enterprise, Utah. I thought this was supposed to be local. And now look, now we're all into rock crawler stuff. They know what I look at. They know exactly what I look at. I do not want a gas boat. I don't want some kind of custom boat. I don't want something that's just called an RC boat. You need to be a little bit more specific than that. I think I'm going to, you know what I'm going to end up doing? You all know, come on. It's not like this is your second time here. You know I'm just going to end up buying a boat with a trailer for 50% off. Looking forward to the boat patina how-to. Yeah, boast out another 1,000.
You got to sink all the money into the boat.
Don't get a boat without self-righting unless you want to swim. I don't know. All the Traxxas boats self-right, don't they? You need 2 boats, one to cruise and one to recover the cruiser.
To recover.
Sal Trippin, who would know, being from Utah, says nothing is local to Enterprise, Utah. I believe it. Okay. Disruptor delivers insane power, precise handling, and unstoppable fun with its rapid right TM self-righting system. Whether carving through tight turns or launching into wild stunts. Bro, God, listen, look and listen. Look and listen. How did Bruce get me to buy a boat? Hey, the man from Scotland got a free one from Roland. Is Roland in Switzerland? See, I am trying. I can't remember everybody's name, but I do try. And if you've been here all the time, I remember Miata Commuter, and I remember Shaker MT, and JP Wirt, and Mr. Hurt and Chuck Hurley, and the man from Spain. Did the man from Spain go to dinner and I not notice?
It's about time to start getting names. Did
he go to dinner and I not notice? Oh, by the way, okay. Okay. Sort. Oh, it has already sorted. Okay. The man in the chair reminded me it is close to asking about the things we will do. This. Okay. If you were here last week or week before, Chuck Hurley with 5. Oh, still need the jerry can dimensions.
Distracted by boat talk.
Man, you know I got distracted by boats. Okay, if you were here last week, your name is probably up here. Okay? So if you're coming in here, like if you joined in betwixt, let me know and I will slap your name in it. Hugo got one? Hey! Okay, I'm putting Hugo on the thing. Hugo shouldn't win. Should Hugo be able to win? I mean, I'm glad he's a member, but should he be able to win?
We sent him tapas. He didn't have to win.
Put my name on, please. Okay, I want to see. If Rudy is on here, I'm going to yell at you, Rudy. Okay, Rudy's not on here. Rudy's safe. And that is RUD3Y.
Get ready.
Ready? Ready? Okay. Evan Jordan. Evan Jordan is not on here. Evan Jordan is right. He's not on here. The clicking back and forth. That's the only thing. Oh, yeah. Hugo only gets gifted memberships. Rut Rider RC. Not on here. Just have to keep clicking back and forth. I was given a DRZRC. I'm telling you, the ability to insert alphabetically, man. Oh, it moved real quick. Okay, I'm just going to start typing them in. My RC session. And then I can go through and sort them and see if they show up more than once. No, he's not on there. Okay. So it's moving pretty fast. Yeah, Harry Paul definitely can go on the list. He got a free one. Oh, I didn't realize I was still sharing this whole time.
You must look at the Facebook
Harry
rather
Paul.
than the
This will be a lot easier for me if we're back up. There we go. Pardon me. Matthew Ezekiel. Now, the potential drawback to this is that people that have been on here might not be here, but then if we spin it and they don't say that they're here, not everybody comments, I've noticed. Vincent Salpietro. I think I spelled that right. And I just added DRZRC. Yes. Okay. Rick's RC Crawlers. Yes, Rick is on there. 702 Vegas Steve 805. You're the number one, but I spelled it with a B, so you're a 702 Vegas Steve. Tyler Brown. Scrolling way down. He'd be next to last on the list, and he is not. Tyler Brown. Look back over here. Legend Muzzy and Dustin Woodham. Legend Muzzy, Dustin Woodham. Dustin Woodham gets the before we had the system pass. Rusty Peanuts. It's a great name. Rusty Peanuts. Back over here. RC Family. I thought Greg Hazelton was on here. No. So, RC Family's not on here? RC Family's not on here either. Wow. RC Family. Greg Hazelton. I think Guy 307's on there. It'd be better for once if it... Yeah, Guy 307 is on there. If it wasn't spinning. Mr. Mythigan and Vegas Mike. No, there's nothing after... There's a T and a Y. Mr. Mythigan. I already forgot the other one. I said two names and I forgot it. Vegas Mike.
a lot of Vegas people.
68. People live in Vegas, I guess. Well, at least two.
3.
Crawler Life. Oh, big jump. Oof. Geez, it moved so fast. Oh, I can't remember where I was. Okay, I got that one. Vegas Mike is on. Henry N is on. Matthew Ezekiel, I added, yes. Guy 307 is on. Harry Paul is on. Sal Trippin should be on there. Yep. North Rock RC, that one I don't remember.
Type it in and then do double check for double names.
Yeah. Truckosaurus, that I would remember. Or at least I think I would.
Yeah, I think I remember that one too.
Yeah, I don't see it. I was at the T's right then. Okay, got that. Matthias? Not on here. Matthias? Misspelled. I misspelled it anyway. Doesn't matter. Jeff at the Temple. Do the new editions have YouTube linked in Discord? I don't know. I didn't even look. Yeah, but all my tabs are just stuff that I ordered, that I opened right now. Rusty Peanuts is definitely on the list now. RC Family. Did I add RC Family? I got to resort again.
You add RC Family.
I did?
You mentioned he wasn't there.
Is it the RC Family or is it just RC Family? I didn't add it again.
You mentioned it.
I did mention it. It is the RC Family. And all in one, it looks crazy. Scroll down and check these. I'm here and not on there. Kurt's RCs. HIJ. No, you're definitely not. There are no Ks. Boy, it is getting crowded. The Hentai Bible. I think he is.
Can't order the trailer from A-Main anyways.
Yeah, Hentai Bible's on there. Leadfoot Customs is not on there. Boy, why do I feel like so many more people are here? I didn't add this many last week. Okay, just this one will be all the way at the bottom. Well, no, there'll be Y below him. William. Just William. Colin Draper. Oh, I just jumped again. Oh my God. Little help towards the view. J Lobus 351 with 50 bones. With 50 bones. I'm so far. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Chris M. Man. The ability to sort alphabetically has changed my life. Antos wants to be skipped because Sweden is too far away.
All you gotta do is pay for shipping.
Jangmo88. I would remember that. Oh man, the odds are Martian Madness dang went down the Facebook hole. Now I'm buying an infraction with a Mamba 1550 combo and a radio link for $500.
Fueling stupidity everywhere.
Okay, okay. Scroll up. We got a gifted one. Have you added me yet? Yeah, Leadfoot Customs is on. Add Chris Fullerton. Oh, was gifted a membership. Okay, sure. Is Chris Fullerton here? Wish you all luck. Surprised we didn't hit 3 million from this month's Rig Fridays. Just sort the wheel for everyone living in California, and that's enough people. Aaron Schmidt should be on here. You should be like, yes, you're the second person on there right below 702 Vegas. How does one join the Discord? The link to the Discord is in the channel description. So if you click the see more on the channel main page, it will show you the link to the Discord.
Good God. I guess that is a 4-foot boat.
Martian Madness has joined. I've definitely seen Martian Madness on here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put him on there.
Yeah, I don't think he's on the list.
No, he just joined right now. Okay. Anyone remember Jang and the Ultimate RC Network? Do I have a body here? I think I have. Let me see. Do I remember? I gotta find the right one. One of these drawers has a big Ultimate RC sticker in it. There we go.
Oh, that's the forum.
So beadlock drawer number one. I also, most of the rest of them are on bodies, like all my Go Fast stuff. This, I want to say this is my drawer that has a bunch of stuff that doesn't exist anymore. that either got crushed by getting horizoned. I think McAllister is still around. RPP is still around. STRC still exists. I have a lot of stickers in the drawer from places that don't exist anymore. And a fat cat. Hey, Crawler Life just joined. I'm gonna have to put him on the list now. And it looks like we're gonna have to give one away next week too. If I can finish it. So maybe we'll skip a week. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I think Zhang does Lego stuff now. He said he was, like, I don't know, burned down on it or whatever and stopped doing the forum. King Gnarly. It's gnarly, bro. Here we go. Jay Leeson. Make sure Jay Leeson is on the list. Some reason he's not. I don't know why. Has Jay Leeson won anything before? Who won the thing? Who won the thing in England? Okay, Roland Whitwer will pay shipping to Switzerland. And it shouldn't be too bad. This body is not that long. As long as you don't have a dimension over 24 inches. Is the wheel unreadable yet? Look at that thing. As long as you don't have any dimension of a box over 24 inches, and this body will fit in a box about 19 and a half inches long. So like 19 and a half by, I would say 10 by 9 or 10. 10 by 10 by 20, that's a little box. That's a little box. We'll be able to get that thing out of here. It'd be funny to win the TRX6 axle back on the mullet build. Yeah. Has the wheel started deleting names? Whenever whoever won, I drop their name off. Yeah, 117 on the wheel right now. I think last time we had 88. So there's a bit more. Now, we don't know how many of that 117 are here. But, you know, we're going to pull from 117. Like, Brorb is on here just to see if the system loves him. Is it still on here? I'm not shipping this thing to Brorb. It's not happening. I've shipped enough things to that address in Norway for a little while. All right. The wheel looks like a $100 cheesecake. Yeah, it does. Have you decided about including wheels and tires? It's going to be a surprise. When the box shows up at your house, it may or may not have wheels and tires in it. Ooh, there's a Nurgle on Instagram. Nurgles. All right. So, I guess we should whip it. Yeah? Oh, wait. Roland gifted one to Spud2890. So we're going to do the thing. We're going to do the thing, which is we go over to where it says shuffle and we go, and like, how many times do we have to shuffle before we consider it shuffled? Is it random yet? Does it look random? I feel like it's random. I clicked that like 25 times. All right. If everybody's steady, then we steady. It's the, that's right. That's right. Jeff at the Temple has pointed out something very correct. We have not heard the cuckoo. Did we almost...
You almost...
By we, I mean, oh, and they did tell me to put Hugo on there. So now I'm just gonna insert him in. Okay, so now he's in the middle of it somewhere. Yeah, I saw the membership notification on the watch while eating. Yeah, you got another one. So when it cuckoos, we can't. There's tradition. We can't spin before the cuckoo. So the man from the Pacific Northwest asked if the what I would have to classify as questionably banned tires had showed up. Yes, they have. I have outfitted them. They are ready for their recording. I have to say, these are on the old-timey ban list for Sorka, which now apparently the ban list isn't actually a thing. Yes, William, you are on there. Is because they're not scale. I mean, they're kind of not scale, right? That's not scale. So yeah, it's the IMEX Skull and Bones, which are bizarrely shaped. I mean, bizarre. We're gonna test that. That is something else. So yeah, that's upcoming. There's a little sneaky peeky for you. Oh my lord, I want those. Skull and Bones. Where do I get those? He's gone all caps.
So retro you can't find.
He really wants that. I don't know where he found the IMEX Skull and Bone.
I remember back in the day.
Could you ask chat how many rigs we have? Hey chat, how many rigs do you have? Casual Crawlers has 5.
Crawler Canyon has 70 something.
Well, that's certainly a design. I don't think those tires are directional. I do think that they're directional. Like, you can't have the skulls and the flames rolling backwards. The skulls and the flames have to roll forwards. Banned because too scary. You're scaring the children. Oh, God. Stop. No. Jay Leeson, 5. Thomas Williams, 2. Rob O, 1.
Wow.
Rob O didn't... Is Rob O on the thing? I don't think Rob O asked to be put on the giveaway. I think we should force Rob O to be on the giveaway. He can't... You can't have one. Look at... Damn it, people with your single digits. This is... This is concerning. Okay, Spax is getting into some reasonable numbers. Vegas Mike's got 11. Double digits. Swampers with 10. Okay. 3, 6. Put Robbo on there. I'm gonna.
I own 5, but I don't even drive them.
1 dragster, 2 crawlers, an RC10T, 2 tiny whoops, and 2 3.5-inch race drones. That's crazy. Leadfoot Customs 15. Juan Valdez 49. There we go.
There's the number.
That's a reasonable number. That's a reasonable number. Oh, when I talk about a Henry, I'm only talking about crawlers. We don't add all the other stuff in. That would be crazy. Like, it's too, man, these numbers, these are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up.
Way to do it. Become a member. You might win another one.
Too embarrassing to post, which means that it's probably too many.
I don't think he owns any.
James Prill, 25. Ed's got 12. Yeah, BMFRC's got 3 in California. That's true. He's got 3 here. Tundra. Did Tundra just slip in under the radar there? I think they did. They joined before the chime. Oh, we have the built-in cutoff. If you join before the chime, you're going on the spinner.
That sounds like a threat.
Nothing counts until you have a rig that's a twin of another. I have that. I have that. Crawlers only 0. Evan Jordan doesn't have a crawler? Evan Jordan better be on this list. I'm going to be mad. There he is. Good. My trail buddy Wayne has 41 cars, 5 are crawlers. That's a crazy ratio. That's a crazy ratio. Bill Truitt, a 15? Honestly, let's be honest about it. 15 is a perfectly reasonable number.
Yeah.
Like, I am definitely in a different position. Like, if you do this kind of stuff, you kind of end up with a lot of them. To the point where you're, I don't know, giving them away.
10% of your fleet isn't yours.
Yeah. 10% of the vehicles in the building don't belong to you. Yeah. It really does snowball. It really does. But yeah, 15 honestly seems, in terms of, and I mean RC cars in total. Yeah. I don't mean 15 crawlers. If I embraced the same philosophy with toy cars that I did with bicycles, which is one for each purpose, I would have probably about a dozen. Because you'd have to have a sporty, you'd have to have something four-wheel steer, you'd have to have a dedicated.
You owned at one time?
Yeah, at one point we had like 11 slashes. So I lost 4 when I left my midlife and went back home to the wife. Oy, that sounds like a story. Have you ever talked about helpful print settings for TPU inserts? Are you messing with me? Are you messing with? I feel like I'm getting trolled. My problem is half of mine are always in a state of canyon change and I can't leave anything alone. No, that's how it's supposed to be. Because once you feel like the tuning is done, you feel like they're done. We're within minutes. It's within minutes. 2:17, 2:18 is when it's going to chime. 20, including a king hauler, 2 slashes, and a drag car. I gave away a 60-mile-an-hour 10th scale race car to a kid in the village. Makes me smile every time I see him blasting it out across the field. Sofa King. I think so. No, he's not. He's not.
Just beat the cutoff.
Just beat the cutoff. I think it had a scale in it. Was it Sofa King scale RC? Yeah, I got it right. Yeah, we are definitely here in the this is the emotional support group. It has been 2 days since Rudy's last RC purchase. Yeah. Oh, there it is. We're going back to the window. All right. Now I'm gonna shuffle them again. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong damn window. All right. He chimed the chimes. That means it's the times. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to click to spin. We're going to spin to win. And it goes something like this. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Boom. Nicholas.
I win.
Nicholas. I know I've seen his name in here. I know it. I know I have.
Well, Nicholas, you got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Set timer 2 minutes.
So we go. Ba-da, ba-da, da. Have I ever sent anything to Nicholas Steffi before? Sfax missed by 1. Battlebot guy on the other side over there. RC family. Yeah, look at all that. All y'all clustered up. He said, yo, yo, yo. Guy 307M wants to know if he has a channel. Because the only people that win are people with YouTube channels.
Like Like it knows.
All right, he's here. You know the he does have a YouTube channel. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, here's how it works. We click the little thing and it says, I'm going to click on the wrong screen because I'm an idiot. I did it again. Sort alphabetical. Look for his name. And he is now we are at 121.
What? For shits and giggles, put the blind guy on there.
All right, we'll put you on there to bring it back to 122. All right. Nicholas Steffi does have YouTube. Man.
I will not be present.
Only YouTubers win, I guess. It's only for the YouTubers. All right. So, he will have the surprise when he finds out whether or not it shows up with wheels and tires. It'll be fun. Also, yeah, I'll need, the usual. You're going to send me an email because I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. So if I have shipped you something in the past, I don't remember.
It's too hard to find that email.
Yeah, it's too hard to find that email. YouTube email search is terrible. Let me see.
Because some people use their name and some people use a nickname, and
an invitation to LinkedIn. No, I don't see anything. I might have sent stickers. I don't know. I think you better start writing all the previous winners' names down. Yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. Well, or counterpoint.
They can fess up.
We can leave it to all of you guys. You guys are here to be like, no, that guy already won. We're gonna turn it over to the mob. We're gonna leave it open to the mob mentality. And Miata Commuter did wait until after the giveaway to throw down 5. You don't want to mess with the odds. Jay Leeson's going to bed because he has work. You have not sent me anything. Oh, well, there you go. Now you're getting stickers and everything too. And a box absolutely crammed with useless tire foams.
Also, there was something else. And a Radio Link lanyard.
And a Radio Link lanyard. Because this is my 3rd box of Radio Link lanyards. I don't have any room to... This one was just loose on the bench. I don't have any room for the Radio Link lanyards. 43 memberships today. That's going to be a big number. I'm still surprised that I won the Spider because I've never won anything in 42 years except that. Sorry, if it takes a YouTube channel to win, it's over before it begins. I get it, man. I get it. I don't know who would do this. And I have a Radio Link RC6, so you probably have a lanyard laying around. I would never have to use string because I have... So, remember when I opened up just a moment ago when I did this? And it was full of lanyards? Here's the one that's so full of lanyards it won't close all the way. And then there's another one that looks just like this. And that's not even all of them. If you buy a radio, they give you a lanyard. And I don't know, apparently I can't stop buying the radios. So they don't. Well, hey, and then I'll complain when the radios stop coming with lanyards. When in a cost-cutting measure, they're like, oh, they don't even use the lanyards. We don't need to give them the lanyards. I'll be like, shrinkflation again. Oh, here we go. All right. I know that someone is baiting me, but I don't know. I'll fall for it. How about those Reefs shocks? Oh, Reefs. Oh, Reefs. Here's what I have to say about the Reef shocks. Sight unseen. I think the worst part is that if we're talking about shocks that cost $50 a pair, and that puts them somewhere in like the mid-market price range, because there's too many shocks out there that cost more than that. By the time you put a set of Team K and Ks together, they're going to cost more than that. They're like $45 a pair without the little offset mounts, without the spring packs, without the stuff. Here's the thing. If the reef shocks don't leak, they're already ahead of the rest of their industry. I can't guarantee that they won't leak, but I mean, it seems virtually impossible for companies to make things that don't leak. But stranger things have happened. Titanium shocks, you say? What part is titanium? I am curious. Hello. Mr. Massey says, hello. Hello. Hello to you, sir. So I have too much stuff. Like, it's the content overload. Reefs is slowly building their RTR like Johnny Cash, one piece at a time. Yeah. Eventually, you'll just be able to buy it all in one. And is there thread sealant on the screw that goes through the reef shock cap? Oh, I don't know. I mean, there should be. Vanquish uses that tiny little washer. That tiny little washer doesn't do much of anything. Because once you've tightened it down once or twice, it just crushes out.
Why don't you just use like thread tape?
Yeah, or Teflon paste. Teflon paste would work. No, I don't need to do that yet. I'm getting out of order.
Another box to open.
I do have another box to open. We're going to move this guy. We're going to move middle school desk. Because this guy over here is dying. Now, I keep saying it, and I feel like people don't believe me, okay? I keep saying I'm not a scale guy. I'm not a class 1 guy. I'm not a 12 scale guy. But in some of these, yeah. Do I have a scaler? Sure. If you call Bruce that, I guess. Do I have class 1 tires? Yeah. Do I prefer class 1 tires? No. It's self-handicapping. So, recommendations for springs on a VRD carbon running Traxxas big bore setup for mini springs. Rig will be set up with a Rhino RC outrunning combo. I am running most of them. I would say something around Deluxe Softs. Either Deluxe Softs, which are 0.8 pound. Possibly the springs that come with Chavtex, the 1.2s. You're going to be probably between like 0.8 pounds and like 1.3 pounds. You're not going to really need anything heavier than that. So the gentleman over here at the end of the bench decided to go all in. It's got a label on both sides. No, okay. So
it's your own address.
So you can read it upside down. You know what it says. Fill your shocks with butter. Just don't run them in the winter. I like that. I like butter. Tiny tires start at 3.95. Tiny tires start at like 4.5. That's pretty tiny. So y'all can guess what's coming out of the box before it comes out of the box. No, it's definitely not full of tires. That box, I think, might perfectly fit. Yeah, I think that's the one that's going in. Yep.
Read the specs on the box.
Okay, we're going to sit together and we're going to read the box. This boxy utilitarian vehicle is no supermodel. Rather, it seduces us with its charm. Dependable, robust, and being a loyal workhorse. Born out of post-war rationing to help a country rebuild. Experience what it's like to own an iconic Land Rover that has served royalties, celebrities, farmers, armies, and explorers alike. BRX02 Land Rover Series 2. This is the wife. This is not the wife. It said, is this the wife's replacement? This is the blind guy's purchase. It's so heavy. It's unbelievable. This weighs significantly more than what a Trex's High Trail weighs. Despite the High Trail being, let's just say, slightly bigger. They do not mess around. They don't. 88. JP Word asked 88 or 109. It got to be the 88. When you have a tire that small, this is Miata Commuter approved tires. When you have a tire that small, in my estimation, you have to go 88.
A box in a box.
Oh yeah. The boxing is oh God. Guys. The build manual, that's notes, that's appendix. The build manual ends on page 51. Look at their little little shocks. Look at their little shocks. And look at the beautiful Boom Racing drive shafts. Oh. So that's just the chassis manual. I know. Cable wire retainers. Some 3M tape. Is this my bonus? Screw measuring tool guide, both metric and inch. Little bonus there. Look at these. Look at these little fellas. Landy Classics. They couldn't bother to mount them for us. Jeez. Some 5 bolts. Look at those. Look how wide those are. So wide. Here's the die-cast aluminum, die-cast metal bumpers. All the little chassis brackets. All of the pieces are in little... I mean, come on, right? Yeah, we know. This is criminally expensive. But, there you go. We've seen these before. Little, but what is on here? BRX 80s?
They're about 15 millimeters wider than the 70.
They do make a gorgeous axle. They really do. The gearbox. Let me see. Can I lift that piece out? Yes, I can. I mean, is there plastic in this at all? I'm not a scale guy, but this is ridiculous. Look at the thing for the motor mount. Can we get in close enough? So when that slides up, that's how you know what tooth you're on. It's wild. Ah, some of the little detail pieces are plastic. Receiver box, caps, center caps for the wheels. There's all the leafs. Without the manual, you would never be able to get that built. Luckily, some of the stuff, like parts of the manual, are the instructions for the axles, but they come pre-assembled. Oh, there's the I was going to pull a frame rail out, but I don't know if I'll be able to get everything back in the box if I pull the frame rail out. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready to start working on this at all. There's too much. I am going to open the body box, though, because I bet it's ridiculous. What does this kit cost? A lot.
$800.
Yeah. Miata Commuter is not wrong. The box, the manual for the body is every bit as big as the manual for the vehicle. And it is as, if not more, ridiculous than even the killer bodies. That all looks real small in your sausage hands. These are banana hands. Sausage implies fat fingers, and I don't think I have fat fingers. I think they're just large. I mean, you know, 150 millimeter. They're just large. Land Rover Series 2 88 station wagon. Had to be the hardtop. I mean, you can build it as both, but it's got to be the hardtop, right? It's got to be the hardtop. I mean, that's what it's going to look like. We bought that color, too. We can't decide if it's going to be the green or the anvil gray, but bought both.
Great top.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. I mean, you know that if your box comes with a fully detailed box inside the other box, 2 ways to build. No way. So it was just 3 seats in a row? That's kind of awesome.
In the front,
Yeah, the front seat's just 3 seats in a row. I bet he can make it crawl up Mount Tumbledore. Yeesh. I don't know if I'd be able to feel comfortable driving this by Mount Tumbledore. The official scale performance chassis of the Recon G6, which still no one is 100% sure what the Recon G6 is. Because, not unlike Sorka, they don't really have a website. You can't like go on a website and it say, here's the breakdown of what we do here at what we do here at Recon G6. Speaking as someone who owns one, that truck should never go near Tumbledore. There's a lot of trucks that should never go near Tumbledore. If you saw the video that I linked on the Discord, where a couple lovely gentlemen came over to drive and one gentleman fought his allergies all day, he was a true kindred spirit. That man was being physically destroyed by his own immune system, and I have been there. Spring was sprunging on him a lot harder. I got hit a couple days ago, but I just zombified myself. I took a Claritin, a Zyrtec, and a Benadryl, and then I just kind of stumbled around for the rest of the day. But he was wrecked. Whatever happened to that guy in a kilt? Yeah. Well, now you got to get the engine for it. We also just saw the engine kit for that body that comes with a little syringe so you can put the fluid in the reserve tank. And it looks like there's fluid in the brake booster as well, which is nonsense, but I'm on board for that kind of nonsense. Do you have stinging nettle in the canyon? No. It's the desert. So if it did grow here, it would die very quickly. Because summer comes on here very suddenly. One day it's right now. Guys, I wish so much that stupid 25-foot cable had worked. It's so nice outside right now. And then one day, it's not anymore. One day it's like death out there. Parker hooked up with a lady that sells coffee from Austria. He moved overseas and comes back to run a few G6 events each year. Oh. If that rolls over a couple times, how many parts would disassemble get damaged? It's like I hold my breath when I'm trying to scale something that I kind of know is too steep with Bruce, because he weighs 14 pounds, and when he falls, he's probably going to break something. I have mirrors, the side view mirrors inbound from FMS, and I ordered 2 sets because I'm probably going to break a mirror off the first time I take him out there. The only thing I wish about the FJ40 was that they made a dash with the steering wheel on the other side. That would be the best. That would be the absolute best. I would love a right-hand drive version, but so far as I know, it's not a thing. Don't say the evil 3D word. What are we doing with the Chinese EMF10 portals? We're building them on the whole. We're building them in the whole rig. We're gonna build that rig as is. And I just did 2 electronic swaps in the fleet, so I have 2 full sets of electronics ready, mostly secure stuff. 1 secure setup and 1 Rhino V40 setup. It will get one or the other of those. Figure I can. These axles, these double cardan units are inexpensive, and they come with very heavy-duty Ziploc bags. I know that's a weird. Can the BRX-02 outcrawl a Red Cat? Well, that's the thing. It doesn't have to, because as you well know, Pretty Pass is real. Bruce can't crawl at all, right? He has a tough time going up a grade or side hilling more than a few degrees. But my God, he's beautiful. He's beautiful. And he makes me want to buy things. I want to spend money. So there are, when you can find these in stock on Amazon, they're like all currently unavailable or whatever. There's one seller that's shipping them somewhere out of Southeast Asia with delivery dates at like the middle to end of April. When you can find these, there are a couple Amazon listings where these have fairly negative reviews overall. Never, ever, ever listen to those Amazon reviews, because this little set screw, I mean, that, right? It looks like a little, you can barely see threads. It is what is, 2 of those are holding this whole apparatus together. When you buy these, the first thing you do is what I'm doing right now. Completely disassemble them. Get yourself some purple. Put the purple in the hole. And put them back together. If you run these, Erwin can attest, if he's still awake. If you run these without fully disassembling them and thread locking them together, they will self-disassemble almost immediately. And when the big, like, however long it is, I think they're 11 or 12 millimeter pins, when that pin comes out, it will rip your stuff apart. So put them together, thread lock them. There's no way around it. I can't believe I set that down. I felt safe enough to set that down. M2.5 set screws. I actually ordered a bag of them for myself, so I have extras because I don't trust these little things. But, and check them. It puts the purple in the hole. Definitely check them. Check them routinely. Look at the pins. See if the pins are trying to shift on you. If the pins look like they're going to shift on you, take them out, tighten them down. I know that so I will attribute this to all of you as well, whether it's accurate or not. I fall into a sequence of where I just feel like, well, everything's going to work forever, right? Like things don't need routine maintenance; they just live. And things are not like that. These are moving parts. That's how you end up with your Hyundai Excel's blown the head gasket, and you're stuck on the side of the freeway with all of your engine's precious lifeblood on the street. So these are trouble-free, but not maintenance-free. You got to build them. Once they're built, no problems. I'm silently hoping, and I'm going to make it unsilent right now. I'm silently hoping that Jenny's gets a little sped up and it arrives tomorrow so I can get started on her G-Wagon. I got the interior for it. I ordered Jenny's and AliExpress on the first day together. And AliExpress got here first. AliExpress is cake. AliExpress is cake. You could have a tremendous experience and you can have a horrible experience. It definitely runs the gamut. And then when we have this off, I don't think I'm going to put any weights on this thing to start with. We're going to run it as is. These axles are pretty boaty. And yeah, the Mias are unquestionably higher quality. Like on the housing, these housings are not as nice. But to be honest, how much does that matter? I mean, how much does that matter? Like how good do they have to be? As long as they're not snapping, and these axles have no relief. These have, like, inside, the tubes are ridiculously thick. If you manage to snap one of these, I imagine you only did it Miata commuter style by rolling your rig into a quarry. It might not have been a quarry, but they rolled it enough to destroy an Element chassis. So, whatever it was, they done it pretty good. And then before we put all of the stuff on it, we've got to grind that little wing off right there because we're limited mechanically as to how much travel we can get. But we get that road grader style of just lays that tire over. Does anyone know of steel housings? I know of solid brass, but I don't think I've ever seen steel. I don't know. I think I would like to see brass and steel would be about the same weight. These are, I want to say resixizzle, one of the bundles. It was an old quarry. Nice. One of the bundles of consonants. They're 100. They're either 100 or 110 on Amazon right now. So yeah, you can get them cheaper on Ally. I ordered these yesterday. No, I ordered these day before yesterday and got them yesterday. So I consider the additional expenditure to be expedited shipping. Though, I mean, maybe I'll start doing that less if AliExpress is going to get stuff to me in 5 to 7 days. No, I still won't. Because Amazon can get it to me in a day. There'll be an episode up of this on this week, maybe Thursday, because I just decided to build something, and we'll include some about it. Oh, is Charles leaving? Have a good weekend. Oh, time to go back to work. Work.
I am working.
Work is the worst. Because it's only work. I've come to this conclusion. This is super This is super philosophical. It's only working if somebody else is making you do it. I've worked in the yard. Like, I've gone out there to do yard work or put up posts or work on obstacles or something, and never even thought that it was work. Never felt for a moment like that was work, despite the fact that I'd be out there in the yard for like 10 hours. But if somebody's making you do something that you really don't feel like doing at that moment, that's work. That's where work comes in. The axles and transmission survived. Good old Element does pretty good. The chassis rails, the Element rails are really thin. That's too much. I went overboard. It's the price you pay for budget. My Resixel nylon capras were missing a couple bearings. Oh, the nylon capras? Yes, I know those. I like these. I don't feel like I would hesitate to recommend these because I would consider the amount of work that Wolverine has put in to be a fairly decent long-term test. They're not overwhelmingly expensive compared to other axles. Are you building the Boom Racing 88? If so, will there be a build series? Yes. Yes to both. So, about those jerry can dimensions. Okay. Let's say like maybe 50 millimeters tall. So say 50 millimeters tall by probably 35 wide. And then, I don't know, 15 deep. Would that look too thick? 50 by 35. Does that seem about right? 50 by 35 millimeters. Does that seem right for a regular jerry can style can for that scale? Like, I mean, I guess the easiest way, or I guess the best way. Let's do this. Jerry can dimensions. Oh, there we go. Okay. So a jerry can is 17 by 13 by 7 inches. Okay. So, oh, that would still be huge then. Like, because Bruce is roughly 1/7 scale. So 6.7 divided by 7 is basically 1. So it'd be an inch wide, 25 millimeters. That's too thick. That's too big, right? (16.5 centimeters) by 34 centimeters by 46 centimeters. That's a authentic jerry fuel can with spout system. So 46 divided by 6. That'd be 7 cent. That's huge. It's like 3 inches tall. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to. Yeah, real jerry cans are bigger than you think. Yeah, 100%. 10th scale jerry cans are really small. I think I have one in the Daphne's body. Used to have the little 10th scale jerry cans on it. I sorted through my scale stuff. Yeah, there we go. So, oh, I have like 4 of them. Okay, so what we should go off of is not by a real jerry can. 4 by 2.5. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, we're probably going to mount them like on the sides or something. I don't know. Could we make like a rack that goes on the side and put them on there? Anyway. Like 10th scale are way too small, right? I mean, that's really small. Like, here's his hand. That's like a, oh, did somebody say killer body? All right. So, there's a 10th scale can. This is a Yeah Racing one. This is the Killer Bodies can. Now, that's probably about Is that probably pretty close? Like, does that look too big? Is that too big? I don't know. Like, this is certainly too small. But that's really big. Is that right? Is that close? So, too small, too big. So, do we need something somewhere kind of in between? Yes, there we go. Ben Webby, something somewhere in the middle. Nothing about any of that looks scaled to each other. So, Sofa King thinks this looks pretty good size-wise. It looks so big. Or is it just because it's a big black gas can and I've never in my life seen a big black gas can? Put it next to the tire.
True, because it fits inside the rim. It's 15 inches. 1.9, whatever you want to convert it to.
No, I don't think the red is scaled to the truck at all. That is like what is that? Is that a 1 gallon can? If that was a 1 gallon gas can, then that would probably be the right size. But yeah, now that I see it next to the tire, who said put it next to the tire? Put it next to the tire was pretty spot on. Robert, that looks pretty right when it's up next to the tire. Yeah, the black one is about right. Diesel is what here? Yellow? Yeah, yellow. Diesel is yellow here. Oh no, the tire is 100% scaled to the truck. Yeah, the little half-gallon can over here. That should say like Red Bull on the side of it because that's where they keep their energy drinks. So people seem to think so. This is pretty scale. Yeah, the red can is the walk to the gas station can. That's just enough to get us there. All right. So this can is 50 by 65. Oh, I'll be damned. By 25. Yeah. So that is pretty much a 1/6 scale fuel can. So without us even noticing it, Killer Bodies has made basically 1/6 scale gas cans. You need to paint it olive green. Yeah, I could do that. I have olive green. But that guy said he was going to print some. If he's going to print some, I'll take a couple if you're feeling like it. Though, God. So how big is a 55-gallon drum in 6th scale? Like, would we just throw a V8 can on the roof? Hinged tire can holder. Ooh. Where do you get that? Don't say it. Don't say it. We're going to ban 3D. What do I know about scale? Mine keeps telling me to get the other guy off of it. Ha 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 ha. That's it. Okay. That's pretty good. I often see those mounted on a swinging bracket on the left rear. Looks great there typically. That or laying on the hood. They just lay the cans down on the hood?
Yeah, they're leak proof.
Oh, yeah. I suppose.
Just like the roto packs.
I suppose. You can't put Rotopacks on an old FJ40. That's not right. If you saw somebody with Rotopacks on a 1970s FJ40, you would say, "How dare you make me look at that with my own eyes?" The driver figures, Mr. Vitver. The driver figures are from the UK. They are 10-inch figures, which are accurate because Bruce is 6.87 scale. He's right between 6th scale and 7th scale, despite saying that he is 10th scale on the bottom. He is absolutely not. We determined his scale. Bruce is an FMS FJ40. we determined his scale by taking his wheelbase and converting it, because the real one would have a 90-inch wheelbase. So we multiplied up his wheelbase to get it to 90 inches, and you have to multiply it by 6.87. So he's just under 7th scale, a little bit bigger than 7th scale, which makes him fit a 10-inch figure. Now, if you build the body without the roof, you can just slap a Barbie in there, because a Barbie is a 1/6 scale figure, 12-inch figure. Can you fab a swinging bracket with brake tubing? Maybe? The hood seems like a perfect place to keep full jerry cans on a roasting hot day. Heck yeah! There we go. Fought that on there. So I have now, this axle is 1/3 of the way ready. What is your favorite setup for complete axles? Currently, if budget is not your overarching concern, 10 Pro Portals. If budget is a concern, Mias Nylons. If you're building something a bit wider and you don't mind a little bit of work, right here, the Mias alloy, the Mias isokinetics are great. Like I say, the quality of the housing is nicer on the iso. These are 100% cast, right? But this axle also weighs probably a pound. This is probably a pound of an axle. Yeah. 500 grams. So it's over a pound. 1.09 pounds for this axle with no weight added to it. And you, we're part of the way. I remembered I got the next thing to do. Because, as I said at the initiation, 110 for the axles, like $16 for the double cartons. And then depending on who you get them from, you're going to spend about $10 on stubs, changing the stubs. And in my estimation, changing the stubs is mandatory. You need to spend the $10. My next build, Jeep on dubs and rubber bands. We saw a pickup truck in a parking lot that had a tire I would not have assumed exists. It had to be on 24s or 26s. And I kid you not, the rubber it had that much rubber on it. Like, what is the point? So my daily, my car that I drive everywhere, and I don't think that the irony is not lost on me, because one of the favorite cars I've ever owned is an Ascent. I drive a Subaru Ascent. I love it. It is utilitarian. I was never going to be an SUV guy. I don't think there's sport or utility. I love that car. I love it. I love it. I drive places in it. You can carry 7 people comfortably. It does not get great gas mileage. I don't care. People don't try to run me off the road all the time because it's big enough. It's not super big. It has a nice tight turning circle. Anyway.
The third row is a little tight for an adult.
Third row, well.
For an adult.
Connor sits back there all the time. So, I love that. I love that car. I forgot where I was going. Why do I love my Ascent?
Because it just works.
Because it just works. Damn. Oh, I saw one. I remembered. I bounced back because somebody said Jeep with rubber bands. I saw one out on the road, and somebody had it comes factory on 20s. Somebody had taken the 20s off, put on Method 17s. Oh, it looked real good. It looked real good to the point where I went and looked up how much those Methods cost. And then I went, that's okay. I think I'll stick with the 20s.
No one makes a knockoff Method?
Well, because
like
they're
tire rack or something like that?
Maybe.
Just something similar?
They looked, oh man, they look good. They look so good. They made me want to buy one. But It was just over 400 a wheel. And I was like, I already priced when my 20s wear out. I already priced what it costs to get a full set put on at Costco, and it's just under $800 for 4 tires, mounted balance, the whole thing. And I was like, $1,600 for wheels plus the cost of the tires. But I could get some like Mickey Thompsons on there.
Shit, just be happy you're not a big lifted truck guy.
I could
Those
get
tires.
Yeah.
Cost $500 to $1,000 a piece.
No, thank you. No, thank you. So you're gonna want to change the stubs, and if you can only find the one set of double cardons, they come with more stubs. I have a drawer of these stubs that I don't use for anything. But it's machine gears in the portal boxes, so nothing to complain about there. And your mileage may vary. I mean, you can take them out and run them and see if they don't bend. Maybe I got a bad set. I just know I bent all 4 of them like immediately. So since then, I've gone to just preemptively changing them. And I think for this guy, maybe for this guy, I have a set of SSD scale hubs. So he might get the 5mm SSD scale hubs. Why not? A lifted truck equals a catalytic converter placed in the free position.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta find somebody to weld protectors around it, which is like cast iron and barbed wire under the bottom of your truck. What a time to be alive, am I right?
Well, you really don't hear about.
Because like, if you bend that bad dog, you're doing something. This is all the exact pieces. This is the exact stubs, drive shafts, and axles on Wolverine, and by extension, Deadpool. Same stuff. They come with nice little stepped hexes, but they're really skinny. Will these fit? Oh, I gotta run these on. I have to drill the other ones out to get them to fit. Also, I'm running big 2.2s on here. I'll probably put 22mm hubs on them, so it doesn't matter how pancake these are. Low profile tires and huge wheels on regular cars are the stupidest trend of the last 25 years. You're going to have to go a long way to find somebody to disagree. That's not exactly a hot take. Most people are going to agree with that. I started when I had my Honda. So the Honda came stock on 15x6 wheels. And the first thing I did was go to 15x7s and then put 195s on it, 195/50s, which I'm telling you, if you're tuning up your inexpensive sport compact, the 195/50 that's your guy, because at least at the time I was doing it, which is now, God, why did you make me think of this? 20 years ago, the 195/50 was everywhere. You could get any tire on earth that you wanted in a 195/50, and they were cheap. So you're rolling around town on summer only, don't work in the wet, ultra high traction, basically race car tires, and that's what I ran on my Honda. And then I did for the longest time. The Scion TC came on 17s, 215 45s. So I ran 245 40s, which are the exact same height, so your speedometer still works, but are obviously 30 millimeters wider, because wider is better. It indeed is. I ran those 245s for the longest time. The tires on it now are back to stock size. They're back on 215s. What's crazy is seeing 17-inch rims and a guy puts on 40-inch tires. Yeah, which makes the rims look like. Remember when 14 inches were a +1? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. My first car, the Ford Festiva, had 12s. 12-inch rims, stamped steel. They would bend if you looked at them sideways. But you could go to a wrecking yard and buy them for basically nothing. Fonda ain't got the motor in the back of her Honda. I miss the Honda, but the best thing that ever happened to the Honda was it getting totaled out from under me. Because had I not had the Honda totaled out from under me, I never would have bought the Scion. It's all about life trajectories, man. You never know where your life is going to take you. Oh, man. Speaking of life trajectories, I've only got 2 weeks to file the taxes. I should file the taxes. I'm not saying I'm one of those guys that waits until the 14th or the 15th to file taxes, but I am absolutely the guy that waits until the 14th or the 15th. We haven't gotten a tax return since 2019. So, my desire to hurry up and file is dead. Completely dead. My camper has 13s on it. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, where do you find a 13 today? I used to get my 12s put on at Fedco. Goodyear T-Metrics. They were $21 a tire, mounted and balanced. Single ply sidewall. You could snake bite them just driving. Just snake bite 'em. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the taxes. should probably get on the taxes at some point. Not that I want to. Keep the government out of our pockets, man. It's time to start throwing the tea in the harbor. Remember when we threw the tea over the harbor and in the harbor, and what did they say? It was like a 2% tax. It was a 2% tea tax. And now, if you want to buy something, the seller that you're buying it from in China is charging you sales tax. If somebody can explain to me how that system works precisely. When I ordered from Power Hobby, I paid California sales tax for something I was buying in Pennsylvania. Shouldn't I be paying Pennsylvania sales tax? They're selling it in Pennsylvania. Hey. Remember when the internet was like the new equivalent of the Wild West? And they didn't charge sales tax when you bought things from out of state? Oh, man. Those were good times. But anybody who would be foolish enough to think that the government isn't gonna catch up to that, they caught up to that real fast. They caught up to that to the degree where if I were to take this and sell it, it's used now. If I sold this right now, the person who bought it from me would have to pay sales tax.
Through eBay, yeah.
Through eBay. Like if we sold this on eBay, somebody would have to pay sales tax to buy it on the used thing. How about this one? How about I make you something? I'll build you a useless thing out of wood, and I will send it to you, and I would give it to you for free. Because if I charged you for it, California would make me charge sales tax. Why should the state get any of my money? I made that. You may not be a libertarian now. I don't know if anybody was born a libertarian, but you will end up there. You will end up going, why has the government got their hands in my pockets at all times? Well, obviously, even though you already paid taxes on it. Yeah, I paid taxes on it when I bought it. Then I get to pay taxes on it when somebody else gets to pay taxes on it when I sell it. And then I get to pay taxes on the income I made from selling it. It's wild. What they're going to do is the same thing with movies. People illegally download movies because they want to go watch a movie that came out in 1987 and they don't want to pay $5 to watch it on Amazon. So they're going to go obtain... $4. Huh?
I think they're $4 on Amazon.
They're going to pay $4 on Amazon to watch it. The government's job is apparently to turn people into criminals. Because you can only push a man so far. The taxes for the use of money, barter instead, 100%. I would rather trade or give it away. I might have to itemize this year. That's another reason I'm not looking forward to it. I'll probably start a couple days early because I might have to itemize. We've been lucky. We've been fortunate where we can just take the standard deduction. We don't really have a lot of things to write off. Our kids are grown. We don't get child tax credit. We don't get any of that stuff. So what is my motivation? The motivation is that they overheld from the wife 2 years in a row from the state. So we paid our federal bill with our refund from the state. And if there isn't a better illustration of how democracy works, there it is right there. Use your California state refund to pay your federal tax debt. And it got bigger every year. So I'm so looking forward to seeing what it looks like this year. Because we added another car to the insurance. And that was fun. Because they prorate your bill over the final months of your policy. So it's like $500 a month for auto insurance right now. Yeah, it sucks you can't deduct required insurances. Yeah, exactly. You have to have them. Oh, but if you don't have them, we'll just fine you. Yeah, sales taxes are regressive. We should be taxing the shit out of billionaires. It should just flat tax. Just flat tax. The only people that don't want a flat tax are people that have billions of dollars. They don't want to pay the same amount everybody else pays. That's what it comes down to. And those are the people that have their hands in control of the policy. We don't have to like it. Nobody likes it because unless you're a billionaire, it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. Welcome to my insurance world. Yeah, California does have bad tax policies, 100%. The wife and I are pretty much nestled right there in the middle class. And California has been on a crusade for the last, 50 years now to destroy the middle class. They don't like the middle class because the middle class is free of this little thing that they call government dependence. The middle class does not need the government. We can afford to pay for our own stuff. So what they have to do is they have to try to tax the middle class into being the lower middle class. What makes me laugh is countries owning banks. Countries have got armies. Banks have cashiers and a cleaner. Come at me, banks. But one would make the argument that the power does not come from the army. The power comes from the money. Because let me tell you, here's a story for you. I wanted to buy a nicer computer to edit my videos on. A computer to edit videos on, if you want to buy one that's going to last you a little while, is going to cost several $1,000s. I make a somewhat concerted effort in my life to spend several $1,000s in one sitting as infrequently as possible. I don't want to walk into some place and drop $2,000, especially when places like I'm buying an Apple because I run a Mac studio. And when I wanted to buy it, they'll give you put it on your Apple card. You make like 12 monthly payments of the exact amount, no interest, and then you've paid it off in a year. Great. That's exactly how I want to do it. But I don't have enough available credit on my Apple card. So I requested a credit increase, and they turned me down. So I requested a credit increase on PayPal because I said I can put it on buyer credit, same exact effect. And they turned me down. So what I do is I buy everything on a monthly basis. This is that old people stuff. I buy everything on a monthly basis on either my Apple Card or my PayPal buyer credit or on one of the systems where it is bought with credit and then is just paid off at the end of the month. The old, what was it? It was like, it used to be in the window. There was like Discover, American Express. You buy it on the credit and then just pay it straight off. So nobody's making any interest. So that's what I do. My credit limit on my PayPal buyer credit is 4 times higher, 4 times the amount than what it was when I requested an increase and was rejected. I could buy 2 Mac Studios on my Apple Card right now, and they wouldn't give me an increase enough to buy one. Yeah, I am sitting in my boomer chair. I don't like that I have to play their game. I don't like anything. I don't like anything. Everything is stupid, and I hate it. Except toy cars. Toy cars are pretty great. I don't know. If you haven't checked them out, you should check them out. That's my advice for the day. Check out toy cars. They're pretty good. And all of the parts I just took off, I get to put back on again. So I'm doing a build, obviously. I cobbled a bunch of parts together. It's going to have these axles under it. It's going to be, dare I say, no, I won't say it's going to be awesome. I won't say it's going to be awesome. It could be slightly awesome. It could be borderline awesome. If anybody out there, everything is awesome in Legoland. That's true. That's true. That's fair. If anybody ever needs stock drive shafts for offset cappers, hit a guy up. I have a lot. Like a lot. Or 4mm stubs. So many. Because if I have the opportunity to put double cardons in it, I'm putting double cardons in it. Midwest Goodbye, Yelling at the Clouds edition. You got that right. You got that. You said it. Yeah. Get a business license and incorporate. If I could swap the bikes, I can no longer ride for RC cars with no money, and life would be so much better. Hey, the internet, man. Facebook Marketplace. You just need to find your equivalent that's moving in the opposite direction. That guy had RC cars, and he goes, you know what I should do? I should ride bikes.
I'm done with RC bikes now.
It's bikes now. Toy cars are great. Toy cars are great. And why silver SOA bracket? Because they didn't have a black one. They sorted that one out for me. We got to put the juice in the holes. I don't know what I would do without my bent dental pick. How would I get the juice in the holes without the dental pick? All I think bad about buying cars used is everybody wants more money. Yep. That is true. They know what they got. They know what they got. If I remember correctly, yes. I could be in a bad mood and go out and play with toy cars and be in a great mood. Yep. Bruce out on the trails, doesn't even matter. As long as I don't get bit by a rattlesnake, everything is great. And I almost said, and I've never even seen a rattlesnake when I was out there, but while riding the bike one time, I almost ran over a rattlesnake. And he didn't even do the rattle. We both did I went like, ah, and he went, ah, and he went one way and I went the other way. That rattlesnake doesn't want anything to do with me. Lube the hole, not the pole. Wow. That's true. That is true. That does apply here. Don't put it on the threads, because if you put it on the threads, it will run through whatever you're. That's why I put the thread lock inside there and not up here, because then you'll thread lock the little guys and they'll get stuck to the screw. And then the little bushing is now part of the screw. So yes, do indeed lube the hole. And there we go. There we go. It's thematic. That's so heavy duty. That's that high mill. That's exactly why I don't ride mountain bikes anymore. Rattlesnakes? Or the guy that said, but it broke me a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I got parts of my body that'll never be the same. And I didn't ride mountain bikes. I rode road bikes. Oh, wow. This was a... AMK needs to start punching out these things. We would have... Hey, AMK! I'm yelling at this guy. Hey, AMK, how about stickers? Start giving us stickers instead of business cards. I'd have AMK stickers on everything. We have so much AMK. Look at this little... Even that one's heavy duty. Which upgraded axle stubs did you get? Palmach will do. These were AMKs. Oh, there's another one. Another AMK guarantee card. These are AMKs. They were $9.99. I bought them day before yesterday. Was the AGFRC A66 FHLW the killer LP? That is the best LP servo on the market right now. It's on sale on Amazon for $109. If you want to help a brother out, I can send you an affiliate link for it. Yeah. And I'm testing another one right now. Sneaky peeky cheeky breaky. I'm testing the A53. I think it's the A53 BHLW. I'm not hot and hungry to bust out a quick review with that one, because that is what I call a tightrope of a servo. You have a very wide path of people that would use the A66 servo. If you need an LP, you need that. If you have a full-size space, you have a really wide path of servos that'll fit in there. The A53 FHLW is BLHW? Anyway, the A53, the number of people that servo is suited to is very, very, very small. Very small. But so far, preliminary testing, it's real good. Real good. Real good. How good? Real good. Good. So, casually, it is also LP, but it is 4S direct. And curiously, if you want to see that truth in advertising still exists, AGFRC lists it as 34 kg. So obviously, that's for a servo on axle application, BTA or SOA only. But now you're also running 4S, which means you're not running Hobby Wing. So, like I said, the number of people, the number of times that I'd be like, yeah, this is a servo for you, is not going to be big. You have to itemize your taxes. Since YouTube is a source of income, you can write off anything you showed on your channel as a business expense. Yeah, that's what I was told. And I looked through my receipts at how much I spent at just A-Main, and my eyes watered a little bit, because I probably, honestly, A-Main probably amounts to 40% of my total RC expenditure, maybe less, maybe 35%. Amazon is big. Then there's AliExpress. There's all of the other sellers, Power Hobby, RC Addict, anything you see when I put up a sticker from that company. It gets, if it was not for the way that I have isolated the spending, that channel money is channel money, if not for that isolation, this would get really out of hand really, really fast. Am I correct in saying direct power servos don't need a BEC? Yeah, they don't need their own BEC. What is the black work mat that you use? It is from Amazon. Oh, wait. Why did he say you? No, I can't. I can send an affiliate right now. You can't. Oh, okay. Let me, you know what? I will go on Amazon and I will get the links to both of those things and I will send them to Hugo. I will get the links. The mat is inexpensive. I think it's for like gun building. That's why it's so long. It works great. It has like a textured side on the other side, so it's not reversible, but it is pretty durable. I hammer on this thing. Oh, I just need to search for, yeah, it's the spring fling sale or whatever they're calling it. Yeah, the other one, the 4S is the A53BULW. It's impossible to remember these numbers. And my favorite, the SA75 is $73 right now. $109 for the FHLW. That's a great servo. That's a great servo. It's in the guy, you can just see his tire. And then we go back to here, and then we go to this guy, and then we go, so I'll do that one. Okay, that's the servo, and then I have to go to my history, and I think it's a, just search for Matt. I've had this a little while. Yep, gun cleaning mat. Yeah, $24 for this one. It is 17 by 48, and it is the biggest one they make. They make one half this size for $10, and then one 2/3 this size for $18. It is pretty heavy duty, and I went for it because it said gun cleaning mat, which means it's going to be resistant to a bunch of chemicals, and indeed it does seem to be. Boop. All right, so there's my mat, and there is the servo. Yeah, $109 on Amazon for that for the servo, and the mat's like $24. The black mat, like, people who like to work on mats, it's hard to find a mat that big. This is a 48-inch mat. This is a 4-foot mat, and they make even bigger this way. But as you saw, I knew what space I had to work. I ordered it right here with a tape measure in one hand and the computer up there. I have a self-healing PVC mat that has measurements on it. It's really long. When will the skulls be tested? Soon. Soon. That will be up this upcoming week, I think. Maybe as far away as, maybe as far away as next Saturday. Because as you saw, we unboxed. And if we unboxed, that means I'm not working on it yet, right? So we've got the other stuff. I try to get an episode of Cabs up on Sundays. I'm trying to do Cabs on Sunday. We've got those tires. I've got the landmines to do, 2 landmines. I've got to quick view those. Faith Goodwin sent in some tires, some littler stuff. I've got to test those. I've got the build series on the wife's G-Wagon. I've got the build series on the one I was doing for the axles right now. I've got the build for that all-in-one with the metal F10s. Yeah, I need to rebox for the unboxing. When you say the weight of a rig, is that with or without tires? Generally, when I'm speaking about a weight, like if I say this guy is like 6 pounds, I'm doing this gesture. Wolverine is 3,000 grams. That's RTR. That's full on. When I'm springing it for suspension, I'm not looking at the wheels and tires and stuff like that. But when I talk about a rig's weight, I'm talking about RTR weight with the battery and everything. So like when those are up, the weights listed are RTR weight with the battery that they run. So I always look at it in terms of weight. Like when you're shopping for inserts, inserts don't know the difference between sprung weight and unsprung weight. They see all of the weight. So you look at full RTR weight when you're getting inserts. Yeah, Miata commuter. Faith. Yeah. See, if you've been around a while, if you're one of the very OG originals, the channel members, if I sort by oldest first, there's a group of names down at the bottom. They've been around. I don't remember them for reasons. Maybe I don't remember them for specific reasons, but I do remember them because like they've been here since the beginning, since the very beginning, and hopefully they'll be here till the end, as we determined. Based on my historic life trajectory, you guys have got at least another like 4 years of guaranteed Canyon content, at least another 4 years. And this isn't physically destroying my body, so maybe we'll get a little more out of it. I've got some posts to sink into the ground, hopefully this upcoming week. I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. Right now, I need to go drink a coffee drink, because that sounds real good right about now. That sounds real good. There'll be another Ghoulie Moo. Another Ghoulie Moo or two. I might do like a double feature video with the Ghoulie Moo so I can send the Ghoulie Moo back. I know that the gentleman from Tennessee is missing the Ghoulie Moo. So we'll get that back to him relatively soon. And we've got that little tiny thing to test. We've got the series. Anyway, a lot. There's an SCX6 over there. It's so much. There's an optic over there. There's so much. Okay, I don't want to think about it too much because basically on a Friday, which is what we are right now, fantastic, fabulous Friday, unless you're in Spain, in which case it's probably tomorrow already. Fantastic, fabulous Friday. This right now, when this turns off, that's when my RC portion of Friday ends. And I got a look. I turned around, I looked at the doorway, and I got the eye. So it's not Hugo's fault. It kind of is, because he gave me 15-minute warning, but he didn't tell me stop talking now. So we're going to blame it on the man from Spain. Is it for me? What did I get? I definitely saw the eye.
Giving you a packet.
One last unboxing before we turn it off. Is it the USB power supply that I ordered? Yes, it is. I need to move all my camera chargers over to where the camera lives so they stop clogging up these spaces on the bench. So there's the thing. I'm going to check my emails. I'm going to do the thing. Hugo said in all caps, I warned you about the wife. I told you. So see, he's defending himself. So she was going to pull the cable. Have a great weekend, lads and ladies. So we're going to do the things and we're going to do the stuff. And I will see you all in all of those old familiar places. And then I will see you again here next week. As I said, probably not giving one away next Friday. I do not think I will have time to build it. But the following, it will be the honorary for the 3 million views because we might have I got to build a G-Wagon. All the parts are right there. She just said, I got to build a G-Wagon. Oh, Susan, spin us out. We got to, okay, here's some of y'all's last or next to last view of this guy, of the middle school desk, which will be headed to where, I don't know. It will be going somewhere. So here we do a thing where we do the thing. It wouldn't be complete if we didn't. So, I'm getting all winded. I need coffee drink. Curtis Austin is 100% right. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you again next time. I'm gonna mute the mic now, and then I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna turn everything off.